Transformers, war enemies behind. Autobots blaze their battle, will destroy the evil force beyond the Decepticons. Transformers, Transformers, war enemies behind. Transformers.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the United Gamedom podcast. My name is Dennis, aka D-Boy, D-Boy Den, or 1,000 other nicknames that I have. You're probably wondering why I'm hosting this week. It's because we have another two-man podcast going on.
No, you don't.
Oh, what the hell? What are you
It's a
doing here?
mutiny, I tell you.
What are you doing
It's
here?
mutiny. He overtook. You bloody took the reins.
Okay.
Just put me aside to the.
I thought we locked the door. I thought you locked the door, Derek. We weren't supposed to let him in.
I think you broke it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I broke it down with my Irish rage. I'm the Irish Hulk.
Well, yes, Darren is actually here. He was kind enough to let me take the reins of this podcast. It was supposed to be a two-man one, turned into a three-man one because Darren decided to join us finally.
Yeah, I just don't know why. I just kind of was in the mood to do one this week, despite the fact I'm working in about 4 hours time. But oh well.
Oh, well, that's good. Welcome aboard, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird doing this here, being a
co-host.
yeah, rather than like the main guy. But we'll just see how this goes anyway, and just I'll rate you, I'll critique you at the end.
Okay, no problem. And of course, you heard from him. We are joined by Mr. Derek. How you doing, Derek?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Cool.
I'm all right. Same old stuff going on, but yeah, I'm all right. Doing good. We forgot to ask you how Darren was doing. How you doing, Darren?
I'm doing fine. As I say, I'm back at work now. I was back at work on Thursday, which kind of sucks sometimes, but it's perfect time to listen to catch up on podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, that's good. I know going back to work after a long hiatus is pretty tough.
Yeah, nearly 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But I'll be off again like a week in November, and we're going to Edinburgh to see the Distant World's Final Fantasy concert, which will be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to see that. I think I'm going to be off in. I should be off in October also, so that should be pretty cool.
Guys, in your vacations.
Yeah, we're going on about vacations. Yeah, I get 3 weeks off. I get 2 weeks off. Derek gets 2 weeks off during the entire fucking thing, which I still think sucks balls.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yep.
That's pretty bad. You don't have a. You can't go up to 2 weeks.
What do you mean you can't go up to 2 weeks? Like more than 2 weeks?
I think
he's 2 weeks.
Yeah, because he's 2 weeks.
Once
so
I've been there 5 years, I can get 3 weeks.
Okay.
I've got another 2 years to go.
Okay, so
unfortunately.
you still have a while to go. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Like I've been where I am for 12 years now, so that's why I get 4 weeks off vacation.
I get 6 weeks off, and I've been there like 3 and 4 years coming.
Yeah, you Europeans, with your vacations.
Well, I work 4 nights a week, and 4 nights. I'm like, of course, night shift, so that's one of the reasons why as well.
Yeah, you probably get paid more also for paying for working night.
Graveyard shift for the win.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we should start off. We won't start off with news because compared to last week and the week before, there's like 25, 50 news topics to go. No,
we'll be going for the next hour.
Yeah, we have a couple. We have a big amount of news to go with. So I guess we should start with stuff we've been watching first. I won't go first because I don't have a lot to go with. So I guess Derek, since you're the second one with the least stuff that you watched. What did you watch?
I've really I did watch some Olympics. Like I watched some of the volleyball, the women's volleyball. Well, the beach volleyball and the indoor.
Okay.
Well,
the beach volleyball is better. So.
Yeah, it's a little more exciting, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty entertaining, and of course, I think the U.S. team won gold in the beach volleyball. I'm not sure about the indoor six-man volleyball, but I don't know, it's pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it. The only other thing I watched. Oh, go ahead.
No, I said that's cool for the competitions like that are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm enjoying it as much as I am because I mean, well, that and you don't really see volleyball on TV much at all,
Yeah.
So, the other thing I watched is an anime called Red Line from 2009. It's actually it's a movie. It's not a series. Produced by Studio Madhouse, and they are known for things like Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Trigun, Death Note, and tons of other stuff. The movie was really, really good. I like it a lot. It's got a very cool style to it. Like the visuals are just gorgeous. Like it just oozes with this crazy like style. It's a racing film, like a futuristic racing kind of like.
Okay.
Maybe sort of like Speed Racer, but the car designs are just even like totally over the top.
Yeah, I was going to say Speed Racer.
Speaking of Speed Racer, have you ever watched the Wachowski brothers Speed Racer?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I watched it and I thought it was really good. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I think I actually quite liked it myself, despite the fact I've never watched like the original anime for it. But I know it's like pretty old at this point.
Yeah, it's one of the first animes. Anyway, Redline, it's a racing film. Like I said, it's got a really cool style. There isn't a whole lot to the story. It's really about the visuals more than anything. Basically, it's in the future, and there's this big race called the Red Line, and the main character, who is known as Sweet JP, he's like a Japanese racer. He's got this huge, like, I don't know what you call it. Kind of like, sort of like the Fonz, but like even more so, like totally over the top, like that kind of hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like leather jackets. He's kind of like it looks like he's from the '60s or something, sort of. And he drives this like really crazy looking Trans Am. He's the main character, and it's about him and his little racing crew, and one of his like the guy who works on the cars has gotten involved with like the mob or something, and so that some of the races that they've done, they've cheated on. Like he purposely like loses or starts really far back in the race, and then gets up to like second or third just so that he can get the bets up, and they can win money that way. But in like the last couple of races that he's done, he's kind of gotten over that, and so it's about him and his quest to win the Red Line. And but I mean, the story isn't really the main thing you want to go see this movie for. It's just for the visuals. It's just really, really cool. Like it's hard to really describe. You'd really have to see it for yourself. But
I wonder if it's on Netflix. I'll check it out later.
I rented it.
What it is.
I mean, I rented the disc from Netflix, but I don't think it's on streaming. But yeah, you can take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
It's not very long. I don't know the exact time. 102 minutes. I'm looking at it now. But really cool style. Like I thought it was one of the best looking anime films I've seen in quite a long time. Especially, definitely the most like original styled anime I've seen in a long time. So.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. I haven't really watched anything else. So.
Okay. I guess I'll go because I don't have as you, I don't have a whole lot of stuff. I didn't watch any movies or anything. I watched the Olympics, of course. Last week of the Olympics, and I think everything ends tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the closing ceremony. It's tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's supposed to be huge closing ceremony. They're planning for tomorrow, so can't wait to see that. But I did watch the Olympics. I did watch the the female Canadian soccer team get cheated out of the gold medal against the American soccer team, American women, because of the.
You beat us anyway. You beat Great Britain to get there.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But the Swedish ref in the game allowed a penalty to the United States with like only minutes to play in the match, and naturally, United States scored, and we lost the match. So because of the Swedish ref, I think there wasn't really grounds to give a penalty to the Canadian team. So I don't know.
Huh.
Everybody pretty mad about that. So.
But that's football for you nowadays. There's a lot of fucking sort of controversy at times when, like, especially when there's matches here. Like, sometimes fucking people, when it's clearly a penalty and they don't give a penalty, and when there's, like, extra time added on to, like, stoppage time at the end, and he usually says, like, oh, it's 3 minutes, instead it goes, like, for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's usually when Manchester United's playing.
Nothing against the American women's soccer team. They did really well. I mean, they won the gold medal, of course, so they did very, very well. But that's a little sucky for us.
I'm surprised because you'd think that other countries would be better at soccer just because it's not very popular here. Nobody really cares about it that much. I know they have Major League Soccer, but nobody talks about it, at least around here. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know there's the MLS, the Major League of Soccer. That
right.
In North America, I know the Montreal Impact are a part of that league this year. So I've been watching a little bit more soccer because of that. But yeah, I mean it's a disappointment. We did win the bronze medal, so we beat France, so that's pretty cool. We did win the bronze medal, and I guess I'm satisfied with Canada's performance. Of course, we're not China or the United States or even the United Kingdom, who are doing very well at the Olympics, which is...
Yeah, it's the top 3 teams with the medals overall.
Yeah, that's very good. But still satisfied with what we accomplished. I did actually this morning watch, well, nothing to do with Canada, but I did watch the male soccer team final, the male soccer final between Mexico and Brazil. It was a great match.
And Mexico won, surprisingly.
Mexico won the gold medal, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty much what I've been watching the Olympics. Haven't watched a lot of anything else, so pretty short segment for me here. And I guess we go on to Darren, who's been watching a couple of different movies, let's say.
Yeah, and one that usually blasts me for at the end, I'll leave that to last. So, like, I've also been watching the Olympics on and off. Like, I watched it last Saturday, I think, after we did the podcast, and pretty much that's kind of known as, like, sort of Super Saturday because we won, like, 3 gold medals in, like, a space of, like, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I get it.
So it was, like, we won, the girl, Jessica Ennis, won the heptathlon, Guy won the long jump, I think it was, and the guy called Mo Farah won the 10,000 meters. So, and, like, but I haven't really been watching a whole lot as well. Just sort of been, like, on and off watching, just different stuff, the BMX, boxing, things like that, just various other sports.
BMX stuff was awesome. I watched that. That was cool.
Yeah. Kind of wish I watched some more of that stuff though. Anyway, because it's just certain sports though I like watching though. Like I like watching gymnastics and male and female. Okay, just the flipping, not just purely the female ones now. Just before you guys, oh, you're a perv now. What you just talk about us as the beach volleyball? Yeah, but and like, I like swimming and stuff like that. Now, but just certain stuff I couldn't watch for the life of me, like fucking the horse stuff, the equestrian stuff.
Horse meets rider.
Yeah, rider meet horse. Yeah, I'm sure Ryan Davis would love to watch that stuff. And not, I don't think he wants to watch anything related to equestrian sport ever again. I watched an episode of Doctor Who. I do not know why. I just decided to see, okay, let's see what all the fuss is about this series now. I watched it, like, the reboot one now, which was, like, 2005. I watched the first episode of it. I enjoyed it enough, and I might give it a shot and, go through the series. Like I said, I mentioned this before we start recording. Doctor Who, is a UK-based series. It's based in UK. The US Netflix is actually more up to date than the UK one. That to me is, kind of find that funny. I don't know why. I just kind of find it funny that the US one is more up to date because it's up to the 6th series, while the UK one's way up to the 4th. Do not know why. A League of Their Own. Have any of you ever watched this film?
Of course.
Yeah.
There's no crying in baseball.
No crying! Yeah, I actually watched it again there on Netflix, despite the fact I have the DVD as well. Again, convenience. This is actually my most watched film ever. It's kind of a weird film to say that, talk about with that there, but it is the truth. Because I remember every time this was on Sky here, like back in the 90s, I just watched it. Just watched it all the time, and then got the DVD of it and watched it like every so often. It's like, yeah, well, it's been a while since I've seen this film. I watched it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those films. I do not know why I like it. I just do.
It's a great film, I think. Tom
Yeah.
Hanks gives a great performance in that movie.
Yeah. And he's the only one who's pretty much had a successful career out of it, because you never hear anything from Gina Davis nowadays, or Laura Petty, or
No,
well, Madonna though. But like, she's not renowned for her
she's not a
acting.
movie star.
No. Like this, I actually like her in it though, Madonna though. But then I think it was the following year she was in that Body of Evidence film with Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, that porn thing. Yeah.
It's just that fucking kind of weird thing where she like drips wax on William Dafoe and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in a bunch of other stuff that was pretty much slammed in the critics department.
Yep.
And it goes like Rosie O'Donnell and a few other ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love the film though. But again, don't know why, but I just like that film.
That's Ron Howard, right? Ron Howard did that.
No, I think it was Penny Marshall. I think
Okay, yeah.
think that's Gary Marshall's daughter. I think, or wife. I don't know.
Yeah, they
But-
usually do stuff together, like movies.
Yeah,
Together. Yeah.
because he's in it as well, Gary Marshall now, and
Mhm.
people fucking hate his movies, the ones he does. You know that was it Valentine's Day, that New Year's Eve one, where it's
Oh,
like
okay.
50 fucking stars
Mhm.
in it though. It's basically here's in it, and then just basically a row of fucking stars on the poster or something. It's like, jeez.
Got slammed. That movie got slammed too.
Yeah, I think it was
Hard.
New Year's Eve called,
Yeah.
and like Valentine's Day is another one.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the next one he's gonna do? Easter
Yeah.
Sunday.
Christmas.
Independence Day, 4th of July it'll be called. That'll be the next one. he'll do.
Independence Day too.
Yeah. I also watched a film called The Boat That Rocked, which, for you that don't know, is basically a UK sort of comedy, which is done by a guy called Richard Curtis, who done Blackadder, The Vicar of Dibley, and a few films like Four Weddings and a Funeral, Love Actually, and stuff like that. Now, some people from outside the UK will probably know what they are, and most other people will be like, what? But that is I really love that film though. It's basically about a boat called Radio Rock, which it's basically like a pirate radio station, which were kind of like in its golden age, like they're thriving in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Because like of course back music stations and that back in the 60s is nowhere near like what they're like nowadays.
Yeah.
Where basically I think there's a lot of like classical stuff and maybe things like over here mainly probably like stuff like you wouldn't really, they kind of like niche to some people though, but like that was kind of like station play like that stuff. And Radio Rock was one of those in this film is ones that play like stuff like, you know, Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and some of those popular stuff back in the 60s a lot of people enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it kind of goes through and like the government wants to basically make pirate radio illegal and basically get rid of it because they think it's like, you know, a surge to the society. And like the guy called Kenneth Branagh's in it, and he plays this guy in it, and he's pretty much kind of like in charge of getting it like, you know, taken out within like 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like got a bunch of like British actors as well, and again Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. I watched Capote the week before, and like I watched and The Boat That Rocked, he's in this as well, which I enjoy. Like I just really like that film. I recommend you check it out though. It's a very good film.
Yeah, I'll try
And
it. I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
I watched.
I think it's
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's like 3 years old, so it's like 2009 it was released.
Yeah, I watched a movie that resembled that is Pump Up the Volume. That came here and that came out here in the United States and Canada also. It's Christian Slater stars in that, and he's a pirate DJ on a like he's a pirate DJ, and kids at the high school listen to him, and you know he does like crazy stuff, like plays great music and all that stuff. It's a little bit like that. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, like if you enjoyed that film, you probably should like this because it shows you like these different like montages as well with some like song in the 60s and like people listening to it and like dancing and things like that as well. Like, because like it says actually sort of back like pretty much like half of Britain back then listened to pirate radio stations.
Yeah.
So they did because that was like it was like I think it's 1966 it set in, and the year of 1966 and it ends like in New Year's 1967. So it is.
And I think
Great
British
film.
radio back then like played they used to have like plays like Hamlet and stuff like that on BBC Radio or something like that.
Yeah, there'll probably be like I said, like probably classical stuff and most of that stuff usually. Like there is stations like that, like Radio 4. Here BBC Radio 4 is the stuff that sort of plays like that, you know, dramas and plays and things like that nowadays, and stuff like BBC Radio 1 and Radio 2 kind of play like the mainstream music and like old music as well.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like they're kind of like big, you know, nationwide stations here in UK. But that's a great film. Just thoroughly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I should check it out.
And finally, I watched a film that I watched on Netflix. I just decided, let's see what this is about. I just want to say if it's as bad as people claim it is. And that is Transformers Dark of the Moon, which is, of course, the third of the Transformers Michael Bay series that pretty much got, I think there's actually some people actually like it though, but it's one of those ones that pretty much got nearly universally panned, more ways than one. And I said this on Twitter. I watched it and I actually didn't mind it. I don't think it's brilliant. I don't think it's like great, but I just think, yeah, it's all right. I've seen worse. Like,
yeah,
I heard the second one's much
second
worse.
one is horrible.
I've never seen the second. I watched the first look a while back, and I didn't really think too much of it. I thought it was like pretty mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
This I think is a little better, but it's not great either though. Like I don't say it's a brilliant film. Like most of the human stuff is kind of unbearable in a way.
Like the first 90 minutes when it's only humans, almost only humans interacting is horrible. I mean, that's really, really bad. I mean, I don't like the main actor in that movie. I don't like Shia LaBeouf, or however you call him. LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. I really do not like his acting, so I don't know. I didn't hate Dark of the Moon. I mean, the final part of the movie is pretty good, but I mean, the first part is horrible. So I think it brings down the entire movie.
Yeah, it's like not till like last hour or the main action kicks in though. Like there's action stuff kind of like a bit throughout the film, but like the main last hour, 45 minutes to an hour is like the whole big action climax pretty much. And that film as well. But it was all right though. I wouldn't say it was great.
I hope it's the last one.
I actually heard there was a fourth one actually being made.
Really?
But Shia LaBeouf's apparently he's not in it though.
Thank God. Okay.
So it'll probably be someone else, and probably still making another fucking $1 billion, which I still do not get how that made $1 billion. But then again, Alice in Wonderland made $1 billion, and that's another film that got universally panned pretty much as well.
No, I can't really comment. But
I watched some of it now, like bits and bobs, and it's a pretty crappy film.
I love Johnny Depp, but I don't know. It's
but like it's Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, which pretty much Johnny Depp and Tim. Whenever Tim Burton does a film, it's gonna have Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. Because fuck me, seriously.
His wife and his best friend.
Yeah, pretty much. We say Tim Burton's new film. Oh, let's see who's gonna be in it. Let me predict now. Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter must be in it.
Yeah, of course.
I think every film he's directed since 2005 has had them in it.
Well, hell, Christopher Nolan. He does pretty much the same thing, right? I mean,
in a way, yeah, but like
they're better. I can say better actors, I guess, that he uses, but he still does the same thing. I mean,
yeah,
it's recognizable faces. People will say, that guy, that guy, So, I don't.
Yeah, like
I have nothing against that, honestly. I don't.
Yeah, but like Tim Burton, a lot of people probably feel that he kind of lost his way since Planet of the Apes.
Oh, good God, that movie was horrible. Oh.
I've never seen it. I've never seen any of the Planet of the Apes films. I heard that Rise of the Planet of the Apes is pretty good.
That's an excellent movie. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That's
pretty good, yeah.
Very, very good. I really enjoyed Anthony Serkis's
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, yeah. Andy Serkis's work in the movie. Good God.
Despite the fact he's motion captured, like that's pretty much it. But like, yeah, he's pretty much a master of that there. Yep. Like he's brilliant. Gollum, yep. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff he does in Heavy Sword and Enslave, that mocap stuff. He's pretty much a master of that. So he is.
Mm-hmm. Really enjoyable movie. You should watch it. It's very good.
Yeah, I should check it out anyway. So I do want to see that actually.
So is that what you watched this week, Darren? Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much all. So still if it's more than you, it's usually you just watch more than me.
Yeah, you usually do. I haven't watched anything. I'm looking forward to the Expendables too. I really want to see that movie, but
that's out next week, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's out next week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go see that for sure.
I might go see Ted next week, which is finally out here, which I heard very good things about. I know Derek really liked it.
Yeah, Derek saw it.
What movie?
Ted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah.
I need to see that still. I still need to see that movie.
It came out here at the start of August, and Brave's finally out here as well next week. It's like, geez,
I need to see that also. Damn.
It's been out a while in the States as well.
Maybe I haven't seen what I thought I'd seen everything, but probably not.
The Three Stooges has only just come out here now as well in the cinema, I think, next week. And it's been out for, like, since April, I think, in the States.
It's already on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goes to show how fucking behind that is.
It's probably awful. If it's on DVD that quickly, it's garbage, usually. So.
No, DVD sort of length now, like, from cinema to DVD is kind of short now. It's usually, like, we here it's, like, kind of like 4 months.
I remember when DVD was, VHS first came out. I mean, it took like 6 or 8 months, sometimes even a year before a movie would come out on VHS. And now it's like, even a big movie like Avengers or something, it takes, 3 months maybe? Top?
3 or 4 months, yeah. Sometimes it usually takes longer for some films.
Mm-hmm.
Like some reason why they don't, never come here for a while. But
and if it's a horrible movie, it's even faster than that. I think it's a month or something.
Yeah.
So that's pretty quick.
But there's a film actually, Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
It was still in the cinema here, I believe, when it came out in DVD.
Damn, that's yeah. There's a couple of them. I think that happens with a couple of movies. I've seen that happen with a couple of them. Can't remember which ones, but I've seen that before. But yeah, I guess if you don't want to go see it in a movie, you can. And in a movie theater, you can wait like 2 months or 3 months and catch it on Blu-ray or DVD. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That's kind of what I usually do nowadays. Like that double billet thing was like the first fucking films I've seen in the cinema in a long time.
Mm-hmm. I usually go see big movies in the cinema, like Batman and stuff like that.
Actually, not really. In a long time, the last one I went to see was Avengers, and that was like May. So
yeah,
not really.
Yeah, it was May. Yeah. So moving on to, I guess, video games, what we've been playing. we're going to finish with the news, as I said, because we have a shit ton.
Yeah.
So let's start. I guess we'll start. Let's start with me. I guess. I've started playing Just Cause 2 this week. Got it from the Steam sale, and I hadn't played it yet. Started playing it this week. Um, what can I say about this game? It's fun. It's cool. It's a little tough because and the controls are a little all over the place. Like you really need to get used to the controls because it's janky a little bit. And like there's a mission I had to jump out of a helicopter and onto a platform, and I think it took me like 7 tries before I finally got because you jump out of the airplane and then you have to the helicopter and you have to hook onto the building, and like I jump out and couldn't hook on the building, and I couldn't catch onto the building, but still it's enjoyable. The destructibility in that game, it reminds me of Mercenaries a lot because you can destroy pretty much everything in the.
They're like kind of the same game though anyway.
Yeah.
So they are like big open world, go around, cause mayhem pretty much.
Yeah, and you have to do missions for certain factions,
Yeah.
and I'm at a mission right now where I keep getting killed constantly, and you guys know that when I keep getting killed constantly, what do I do with a game? I said, fuck it.
Stop playing.
Fuck it.
I don't get it
Yeah.
anymore, so I kept getting killed on that mission, kind of left it on the side for now, but first of all, it's a very gorgeous game. Like you're on an island of Panau, I think it is, and like the water's gorgeous, the scenery is gorgeous. It's very, very, very good looking game. The action's great. I mean, like when you shoot, like it's very action movie oriented stuff. Like when you shoot the tires off of a car, you'll see the car flip in the air and like do 50 turns in the air and just explode and crash everywhere, and that's really cool. That's the cool part of the game. It's a little tough, but very enjoyable. I guess I can recommend it to everybody out there. You guys haven't played Just Cause, right?
I did. I actually got it when it came out in the 360, and basically traded back in after like a week or two. I don't know. I just got bored with the game. It's like, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think the fact it's the same with the first one though. I think the fucking world's too big.
I agree. I agree with it.
That's probably my main problem with that game. It's like too effing big.
But there's some the game you can call the helicopter and you can fast travel to places that you discovered.
But like it's just like very too, and most part though, like I think the first one was the main problem with this though, like just like too big, but there was nothing to do. There was hardly any side stuff or anything in the first one. It was like fucking should have been at least probably maybe half as big as it was, or even smaller than that.
Uh-huh. And this one, there's races that you can do as side missions, and I freaking hate those. Like GTA used to have a couple of them and stuff like that, and I used to hate racing missions. Like, you remember the ones in San Andreas, where you had to race down that freaking mountain there?
Oh yeah, the Mount Chiliad one, I think. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think it was.
That
Yeah.
pissed me off so much.
Annoying.
That was tough, and you had a freaking car that would slide everywhere, all over the place. I don't know how many tries it took me to do that, and there's no cheats, so your car can stay on the on the road. So it took me a long time to do that, but I guess I can recommend Just Cause. Did you play Just Cause, Derek? The one that
I rented it and I played it for like an hour and I returned it.
Okay.
I didn't like the controls, I think, and the shooting. It just felt really weird.
Yeah, it's really junky. It's really, you really need to get used to it. It's janky. It doesn't really work for like regular shooters, I guess you can say. But I don't know. I'll probably give it another shot. But
so would I, because I bought it in the Steam Summer Sale as well.
it's not fantastic. I don't really love it, but we'll see. I played some Fear 3 with my good buddy Darren here. We played some co-op together.
Yeah, I got it yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Like £2.49. Yay! Go Green Man Gaming. It's an awesome site.
Yeah. There's I played actually a little bit of the single player. Beforehand, I got to another certain part where I couldn't pass, and I stopped playing. So got back into it with Darren, and I'm playing as Paxton Fettle alongside Darren, who's playing as point man. So Paxton Fettle controls a little differently. Like you can possess soldiers and you can shoot your way through the game, but if you play as Paxton Fettle, it's his attacks are not that great. I guess if you don't possess anybody, you just walk around and you shoot like these. I don't know how you call them, like these laser balls, I guess, from your hands or something. They're not very powerful, so it's not really cool. I think I prefer playing as point man. It's still fun, but playing co-op is great. Co-op games.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I enjoy playing most games in co-op as well. I just really find it fun when you're playing with someone, and just have a good time, really.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, and like speaking of Transformers earlier, though, it doesn't have co-op. The new one, Fall of Cybertron, which kind of sucks, but oh well.
Looks like a fantastic game, though. Fall of Cybertron looks great.
Yeah, it's a. So
2 weeks.
Next, I think it's the
21st.
week after.
Yeah, week after Darksiders too.
Yeah, we get you get Fall of Cybertron on the 21st. We get Darksiders 2 on the 21st. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting Sleeping Dogs. Well, I already have Sleeping Dogs. I bought it, so I'm just waiting for it to unlock. So bought it.
You downloaded it, have you?
Yeah, bought it on Steam, 10% off. So I got my hands on that one. It looks very good. So, and I really love GTA style games. So can't wait to see how
it looks pretty good. Yeah, I watched a quick look, and I'm thinking about getting it. It's coming out on like PS3 and 360, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course.
Is there co-op or anything?
Nope.
Probably not. No,
Oh,
none
okay.
of the other ones had co-op, so I'd just say this is
Well,
probably
Saints
the same
Row
thing.
has co-op.
No, I meant like any of the other, like, this is like basically a spiritual successor to the True Crime games, so.
Yeah, True Crime did any co-op, but it looks really good. I'm actually surprised because I thought that game would be like utter shit, but it actually looks really good. And somebody reviewing it for Giant Bomb, Alex Navarro, said that he actually enjoys it. So can't wait
on
to see
Twitter
it.
or something?
Yeah, he says I'm not allowed to say that there's an embargo on the game. He says I'm not allowed to tell you if it's awesome or not. I'm not allowed to tell you how awesome this game is, but I'll just say that it's awesome, maybe. So.
Yeah, he says pretty good, maybe, in the Fed launch trailer.
Yeah, that's very good, maybe. Yeah, so.
Pretty good, yeah.
I actually can't wait to play that. Really, really enjoyed GTA.
Surprisingly, he's getting a good game to review for once.
Yep, that's surprising also. So.
The melee combat in the game looks really good.
Yeah, you can. I think you play. You have melee first, and then you switch to gunplay, and there's also driving. Like all in the same mission, you do the 3 things at the same time. Like I don't know if you guys saw the director's walkthrough of the mission.
I did. Yeah, I watched one of them. I think it was like the first one that came up there like a couple of weeks ago. I think it was. I watched that one now.
Like in GTA, you'll have like shooting missions, and then you'll have driving missions, and then you'll have gunplay missions or something. Here they mix everything up in one mission, so that's pretty cool. That's what intrigues me about the game. Looks really interesting in that aspect. I've also played with Darren again, trying to played some more of that.
Game's still awesome. That's all we have to say in the matter.
It's getting a little tough.
Yeah, it is. The levels do get tough though. Just have to rack your brains and some of the wee puzzles that happen throughout the level though. But still a great game.
We're halfway through, I think.
Yeah, about around halfway or more than halfway through the game.
So still enjoyable. Very good game. I've also played London 2012, the Olympic video game of the Olympic Games. Um, Actually finished the campaign on medium, and still finished first with Canada. So the game is pretty easy. I guess normal would be the easy, and I guess hard's going to be like the normal setting for the game. I unlocked hard, so I can play on hard now. Not sure I want to go through that again. Like, it's a good game, but I don't really think I want to go through the entire Olympics again. So I also played online against a guy from Belgium. So, and he whooped my ass in pretty much every competition that we did. So, online.
I presume you muted him, did you?
Yeah, I muted. Well, he muted me because I kept saying stupid stuff in the mic. So,
Yeah, it's like, God damn it.
yeah. Well,
You playing on
Because, like,
PC or on 360?
PC.
like there's nobody playing that game online.
Oh, is there voice chat, or do you have to use
There's voice.
something else?
No, there's voice chat though, but the thing is, like, we played it though like a couple of weeks ago, me and Denis, and basically when you ever play it in there, it's like a fucking, you're like talking in like a warehouse or something, like this big ass fucking echo, so it is.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh.
like a ton of echo. But I think we were playing while we were on Skype though. I think that's what caused the echo.
I guess.
Could-
But then again, no, I was listening, yeah, but that could be the case. But then again, I was listening, I heard the other guy though, and it was kind of like the same thing, even though he wasn't in the Skype call. It was like this other guy we were playing with.
I didn't hear the other guy muted him as soon as we.
Yeah, but I forgot to mute him. I basically started the game just as he joins, like, oh, fuck's sake, and I had to listen to it. I couldn't hear you whatsoever then.
Okay. It's still. I mean, it's a good game. I wouldn't recommend you get it for $45 or $50, but if they get it for $10, go ahead. It's,
I haven't even touched it since we played. I think that's like about 2 weeks ago now.
yeah, it's very unbalanced because, like I said, when I played medium, I finished first with Canada. Great Britain was second, like maybe 5 points behind me. And then you had like the third place was Japan, and they were like 25 or 50 points, 25, 30 points behind us. So it's like it was like Canada and Great Britain winning all the medals, and the rest were winning all the bronze or not winning at all. So Canada and Great Britain were sharing the the gold and the silver. So that's pretty much how it went. Crazy. Even the United States, I think, were like they won gold, 2 silvers or something like that. So it's kind of unbalanced. Maybe it's different on hard, but maybe I'll try it out, see how it is on hard, see how it goes. And finally, I got into the closed quote-unquote beta of Raiders. Or I don't know if it's Raiders.
Is it Raider or Raider Z?
I don't know.
Or Raider Z? That's all
Like
you British
It's Derek's game.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's Raiders Z or if it's Raiders, because the Z is in capital, so
Yeah.
it's Raiders Z. I don't know. But got into the closed beta with that. Derek also got in. Actually got my code on Raptor. Is that what you got? What yours, Derek?
Yeah, me too. I got an email and I got 2 more.
Yeah, same for me. And apparently, I give a code to I'll give a code to Darren, and Darren will get 2 codes when he joins the game. So think about the codes if you.
What was the requirement now on Raptor to get it?
Good question. I don't know. I just thought it was unlocked. Hey, you have a beta key for, and usually I don't even pay attention to that. Like it's map X for other games like Arma or stuff like that I don't play. So then I say you've unlocked a key for to play Raiders, and I said, oh, I'll check it out, see how it is, and I put it on Twitter, and Justin Calvert, who is actually works at GameSpot, he replied back, hey, you playing? Yeah, I started playing that too. So I'm like, okay, so you can download, and then we chatted a little bit about that.
Yeah, how did you get him? How did he follow you? It's like he's like the senior editor of GameSpot.
I know.
But they've known each other for a while, though. That's the reason why.
Yeah, I've known Justin for a long time. I think since I've been at GameSpot, he used to comment on my blogs and all that. So he's the one who followed me on Twitter and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool, you know.
That's cool. Yeah.
Also,
Got Danny O'Dwyer following you as well.
Daniel Dwyer, Kevin Van Ord, what's that girl's name?
Jody.
Jody Robinson.
But she follows me as well. I think she follows pretty much a lot of people who follow her or something.
But the only one who actually, well, Kevin Van Ord, when I ask him a question, he always answers me, like always, all the time, replies to my stuff.
Yeah, he answers me from time to time whenever I tweet him about something.
Mm-hmm. And we won't talk about some people who actually don't reply to you when you send a message.
Most people that are quote-unquote celebrities,
Yeah.
quote-unquote internet celebrities or podcast celebrities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I ask questions to Alex Navarro, I ask questions to Jeff Gertzman, Ryan Davis. They never answer me. Never.
Yep.
Never ever. I think you have to be like you have to ask them a question like in a stupid manner for them to actually or something like that. But each time I ask something to Kevin Van Ord, he always graciously answers me, and like Justin talks to me some of the time, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, going back to Raider Z.
I just want to mention quick the beta. You have to be an amateur rank in a top RPG game, and you have to have your Facebook account connected. Those are the requirements that we had to meet.
Really?
To get the beta key, yeah. I don't know what RPG games they consider to be a top RPG game, but
okay,
that's what it says. So.
Yeah, I see it here now. Yeah, I have none of them at the moment.
You didn't get one, Darren? That's surprising.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't have my Facebook account. I don't have any of the requirements yet, though.
Okay.
I think they have them on GameSpot too, though.
Yeah, you can get a beta key on GameSpot because Justin actually linked me to the GameSpot page where you can get a code. If you're a premium member, you can get a code. So yeah,
Well, they're giving me one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, well, there you go. So
Yeah.
I downloaded the thing, installed it, and I don't know, when I started it up, it keeps giving me error messages. Like started up the game, and it's like Windows could not perform, and then do you want to run this script, and yes or no. So there's like 4 or 5 boxes of that appear. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then there's like this game something antivirus.
Game Guard or something.
Game Guard antivirus something or another that pops up and says scanning your game. I'm like, what the hell is this thing? I've never heard of that thing before in my life.
Yeah, my antivirus program popped up and it said that was a virus.
Yep, well, it probably is. So, you know, mine didn't pop up. I have McAfee, so I don't know if, I know it's not the best in the world, but, you know, it came with the computer, so.
What do you have, Derek?
AVG.
Okay.
That's a very, very good one. But
I use Norton. Never had a problem with Norton.
yeah, but Norton's a memory hog. So is McAfee, but Norton is an even bigger memory hog. It hogs your virtual memory a whole lot. But anyway, I installed that. That immediately rang a little bell in my head. I was like, what the hell is this thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got into the game, and Derek messaged me. He said, I can't get into the game. So
Yeah, because there was no servers to select. It was just blank.
yeah. Like,
So
even
when
like,
go ahead.
Sorry, were you going to say something?
I was going to say I went into the forums and it sounded like the servers were down for a while, and that's why I couldn't get in. But then you sent me a message and said that you got in. I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it.
Yeah, then we got in, and then it took us a while to find each other. Took us a while to figure out how to actually play on the same server. So.
Yeah, it does not tell you, or there's no tutorial or anything really at all.
It does not tell you anything. There's like a couple of pop-ups like, press this button to move, press this button to, you know. So it's pretty basic. There's not anything like, you can do this, you can do that, you can craft, you can change channels, you can play with your friends, you can, like we were looking on our friends lists, and we couldn't find each other or something. Or like, how the hell do we play with you?
Well,
You know?
yeah, there's a search friend thing, and that's all grayed out, so we couldn't, put our names in to find each other. So I had to go through like the help menu and figure out like, okay, how can I message you and get you in a party and add you to my friends list and all that. And it took a while and some trial and error to get it to finally work.
And there's a little number at the top right of the screen, and that's the servers, I guess, or the instances. I guess it's
Yeah,
the
they call them channels.
yeah, they call them channels. So it says, "Hey, go there in the channel, and I'm on this channel." And I joined. I think I joined your channel, and we played the rest of the night together on the same channel.
Yep.
So I guess I don't know what to think. I'm not a big RPG fan. I'm not a big MMO fan. I'm a big RPG fan, but not a big MMO fan to start with. So I don't know the whole go kill 5 of these, go grab 10 of these, go do 10. It's like, yeah,
That's standard MMO though.
yeah.
If you're gonna get that in pretty much every MMO.
I guess it's more fun when you do it with somebody else. Like when I was with Derek, we ran around doing stuff, harvesting. Not harvesting, but I think we killed that guy, that big boss guy, a couple of times. Farming that guy. I think we killed him like twice or 3 times.
The big like stone guy with a huge like column.
Yeah.
As a weapon. Yeah.
And I got killed a couple of times. Did you get killed?
No, I didn't. Only because I have healing spells. Because I chose a cleric.
Okay. I chose I think it's a renegade. Is it a renegade? I can't remember what they call them, but I chose that, and like you have to dodge a whole lot with that character, and like it's the WSAD keys and the shift button to dodge. And I don't know about you guys, pressing shift while pressing those buttons is a little difficult for me.
Yeah,
So,
me too. It's actually not just your character. It's like the whole. That's the hook in that game. That's what makes it different than other MMOs. Is that it's like an active combat system. It's not just click on a guy and you'll automatically attack him until the guy's dead. It's you get to click once to attack, keep on clicking, and then when he attacks you, you can either block with the right button or you dodge. And dodging is pretty difficult, I think, with the way the keyboard is set up, where you're using shift. I think if it was maybe like spacebar, it might be a little easier, but shift is a little tricky.
Yeah, spacebar I can use. I don't know. I just find it weird. Like double pressing on the.
Can you not configure it to the spacebar though?
You could try, maybe. I don't know.
Probably. I didn't really.
You should try that then.
So right now.
Yeah. Like on WSAD keys to like jump or dodge, that would be easier for me, I think. I used to do that with Unreal Tournament, like double press, and you can like dodge. That's how I used to play that on Unreal Tournament. So I guess that would be the best way for me to do it. I'm not like I will probably play some more of Raiders, to see how it goes. But so far, I'm not thoroughly impressed. I'm not really. Oh my God, this game's great! Like it's all right when you play co-op, but other than that, it's not fantastic. I don't find it fantastic.
That's the sort of thing with MMOs. Like I've played a few though, and unless you know someone who plays it for a good bit as well, then you get bored with it pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. How do you find it, Derek? Since we're in the topic of talking about it.
I don't like the combat system at all. I don't like having they want it to be like, like, I don't know, God of War or something where you have to block and dodge constantly, and that's difficult with the keyboard, and especially when you're trying to use shift and then you have to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. to use your skills. That's tricky. And then the WSAD, like you said, for the moving. It's fun playing with somebody else, but I think pretty much anything is fun playing with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The game kind of looks like shit on my laptop that I'm using.
It doesn't look extremely good on mine, and I mean, on my computer, pretty much everything else looks pretty good, but that doesn't look extremely.
Well, when I started out.
Well, it's a beta anyway, though, so you never know. It might look better when it actually release, whenever that may be.
I agree, but I don't really think it's going to live. I don't really
Well,
think it's
when I started out, everything was on like super low, so I was like, "Oh God, this looks like shit." And, it looks like worse than World of Warcraft or EverQuest, and those are older games. So eventually, I figured out that for some reason it was defaulting to like the lowest performance. So I went into the options and I put on like everything to high except for shadows. I had to put on low because that just slowed down everything.
Mhm.
And it looked a lot better, definitely, but it still didn't look as good as I think Old Republic looks better. Like that game, I can have everything on high and it runs great.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know. Yeah, combat system as you said, not great.
that's my biggest problem with it is the combat system, and then I don't like that stupid game guard thing that's like required. It just seems so spammy and like
Yeah.
shady. Like it could be a virus and stuff. So actually, I did play it a little bit after you left. I probably played for another half hour or so. I finished some quests and I got some new armor, new weapons. Um, it's kind of neat. I mean, there's certain quests you can pick up specialized weapons, like or even certain enemies will drop specialized weapons that you can use for like a limited period of time that do just massive damage.
Hmm.
So it's kind of cool. And then there was a quest that we were doing where you have to there's this pillar, and then you have to like receive this gift, and you transform into this huge like knight that's
Yeah,
like really strong.
that was pretty cool though.
And that's pretty much like the best way to defeat those enemies that are in there because those are pretty tough.
Hmm.
So those things are kind of neat, but I don't know. I don't think it's too special. I mean, the story, like I couldn't care less about what the story is. I don't even know what it is because I kept on hitting, accept quest, complete quest
Yeah.
constantly. I didn't even bother reading anything.
There's absolutely no voice acting at all. There's nothing.
No,
It's
I
like
don't think so.
text,
No.
like fight.
I couldn't care less when that's like text. I just do that with World of Warcraft and all that. There, just like, yep, get a quest, just accept it. I just couldn't care less.
That's what we did pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the thing, I mean, the good thing about this is that it makes me want to play Old Republic some more.
Hmm.
Well, you get your chance in a month's time, Derek. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. I actually want to play Old Republic now since I played a little bit of that. I love Star Wars, so
So are you
yeah, yeah, we'll have to set up a night or two when it gets free to play, and we can play some together then.
are you gonna play Raiders more,
me
Dennis? Yeah.
probably. Probably.
I'm not because it's a beta, so you're gonna lose your character anyway. And it's gonna be free to play, so we can always play it again. And
Oh, it's
yeah,
going to be free to play.
yeah, it's free to play game.
Does it have a release date?
I don't know. I don't know.
I have
It
no
probably does, but I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So I figured, I mean, you're gonna lose your character, so there's no point in putting too much time into it. I mean, give it a whirl, but
Yeah, give it a try. And of course, it's a beta, so as you said, you're going to lose your character at the end.
yeah.
Like I played the Star Trek one, the Star Trek beta, and I enjoyed that one. Like I really loved the space stuff. But once you land, oh my God, I don't know, it was really bad. Like I enjoyed the whole space combat part of Star Trek, but I don't know. Then Star Wars, well, Star Wars, my computer had a whole lot of problems. I had the laptop back then, and I had a whole lot of problems with the game. I don't know why. Like other games would be all right, but that one had a whole lot of problems with it, so I didn't thoroughly enjoy it at all. So maybe if I give it another shot with
Well, if you try it with a new computer, you're probably like, damn, this game looks awesome.
yeah, exactly.
It's Star Wars, and they actually talk, and the story's actually good.
Yeah, yeah. It's, yeah, I'll give it a shot for Star Wars, that's for sure. So somewhere down the line in a month or so, if we're not too busy with Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's pretty much what we'll probably be playing mainly when that hits.
Like
And
fun.
that one I'm gonna get on the 360, don't worry, so I can play with you guys. So
Yeah, I'm getting on 360 as well, 'cause I got the first one on 360, so.
unless you guys get it on PC, I don't know. Well, probably stuff from the first game carries on.
Yeah, you get you get like certain bonus stuff if you have a save, don't you?
Yeah, I think
From
so.
the first game, yeah.
Okay, well, okay, no, the 360 then. My 360 isn't getting any love. It's been shut off for I don't know how long. I haven't turned it on in a while. So
Yeah, you've gone back to the PC gaming mainly.
Yeah. full circle.
It's pretty much the fact is there's nothing really been out though for the 360 that you were interested in for the last couple of months. That's pretty much a big reason why as well.
Yeah, exactly. And if I'm interested in something like I said, I'm getting Sleeping Dogs, but I'm getting it on PC. So I can play with my controller on it. Might be my Xbox controller. So
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like if you can get the controller working on it, that is great. Plus it's cheaper, and if you have the computer as well, it's going to look a lot better than it is on the PS3 and 360 as well. So
if
go
you have a
for
good
it.
enough computer. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
that's what I imagine. Yeah, like I can most of the stuff I usually get as well. Like I usually run like you make high and it pretty much runs smoothly. So, but I think I'm going to get a new graphics card down the road because I think that's the only main probably thing is probably out of date on my computer because my computer's like 2 years old at this point. So
you got to make sure your motherboard can support it though.
that's the problem because I want to go to someone who knows that stuff because I'd be fucking lost.
Yeah, because if you buy it and your motherboard doesn't support.
Yeah, it's like there's like £100 down the drain or whatever.
And you can fry your motherboard also, so.
Yeah,
like those things.
There's a thing nearby. It's like a computer hospital thing.
Okay.
I can pretty much ask them and say what would be like a good sort of more recent one that's like affordable. Like I'm not gonna fucking go like top of the range now. Like what's the top range ones? Like a couple of £100, isn't it, or like dollars or something like that?
Pretty expensive. I have I have one of the top ones in my computer, and it's an HD and everything. So it's pretty expensive. I think I paid $250 for mine because I changed it. It wasn't this card that was in it. Like and with Dell, you can choose what you want to put in the computer. So I picked a higher one to put it in, and it was like $250, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, like the one I have at the moment is like an ATA Radeon HD 5570, which I'm sure is probably a bit obsolete at this point though. But like it still plays certain games, like more certain recent games as well.
It's full HD, so
yeah,
right then and there.
Like it's 1 GB as well, which is it's a good graphics card. Like I don't really have a whole lot of problems with it.
Is your screen HD?
Well, I've used my TV.
I use your TV. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, HDMI port. So yeah.
What were you going to say, Derek? I think you were going to say something.
Yeah, when you use your controller, your Xbox controller in your PC, did you bought one of those Microsoft wireless receiver things, right?
Yep.
Did you buy it? Did you have any trouble like when you installed it?
I had trouble when I installed it, mainly because I had the how do you call that?
Motion Joy.
Yeah, I had the Motion Joy installed on my computer, and that takes up the controller port, I guess the controller device that Microsoft usually takes. So it wouldn't work. It wouldn't, like I'd press on the button on the Xbox controller and it kept flashing all the time. Boop, boop. So I was like, what the hell? So it's plugged in, then I synchronized it, like you press the buttons on the controller and the thing to synchronize it. It's synchronized, and then it started blinking again. So I was like, why doesn't it work? So I went online, checked on Google, went into a forum, and they said you need to uninstall Motion Joy so the wireless thing can take control of the controller port, and it'll work. So I did that. Worked perfectly.
Where did you buy your wireless thing?
Online. I bought it on Amazon.
Did you get a legitimate Microsoft one? Because I'm thinking about buying one, and I see a lot of reviews that say that they're actually not. The thing you get is actually not the official Microsoft one. It's like some Chinese knockoff.
Well, mine's written Microsoft on it.
Okay.
And in the back it's written Microsoft also, and it came in a Microsoft package. I know there's rip-offs. You can get rip-offs on Amazon and probably on eBay that cost like a couple of dollars cheaper than this one, but
yeah,
this one works perfectly well. It works fine. I haven't had any problems. Like it's somewhat far from my from where I sit, and I have no problems at all. Works very well. So
I hate the fact you can't use the playing charge cable for just to use the 360 control, because if I was able to use it, I just use it for my controller, but I can't. I hate that. That sucks. You have to fucking get the wireless receiver.
Yeah, the wireless receiver, and I checked online, and they don't sell a whole lot of wired controllers anymore. I don't know if you guys have had that problem, but I haven't seen any wired controllers.
No, that probably wouldn't be. Like, I didn't really see a whole lot anyway during the day. It's usually like wireless stuff I've seen anyway, like when I was seeing like stuff in the stores and that anyway, so.
And I went to the store close to here. I think I went to, well, where I work, I went to a video game store there. Not GameStop, but there's another one, a Game Buzz that they call it. I went there because I know the guy who works there, and I say, hey, dude, do you have any wired controllers? He said, wired. Why do you want a wired controller? I said, well, I want to plug it in my computer. He said, oh, get the wireless thing, you know. So I'm like, okay. It works better, I guess. Probably not better, but you know, you're not boggled down with wires everywhere. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I recommend it if you guys want to game on your PCs with your Microsoft controller, Microsoft Xbox controller, which I think is the best controller out there, in my opinion. You should get it.
I'm just fine with my Motion Joy and my PS3 controller. I think it's just fine with that, because I usually have it configured. I just put the Connect that one, just configured to the 360 controller emulator thing, and it just works perfectly fine.
What I really don't enjoy is that I tried to play San Andreas yesterday with the Xbox 360 controller, and most of the buttons don't work on it. So it's really hard to play. Like to shoot, you have to press the select button on the 360. So you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say fuck that. I'm just not going to bother with that. You have to configure it and all that there shit.
Yeah. So I said, bah, forget it. I'm not gonna waste my time. I think the triggers don't even work. So screw it. I'll play on the 360 if I want to play really. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. A little bit of a side story there in the podcast, as we usually do. But I guess we'll move on to Derek since he talked about Raiders a little bit. What have been Raiders Z? Sorry, what have you been playing also, Derek, this week?
Not a whole lot. Pretty much just one game. Besides last night we played Raiders. I've been playing Warhammer 40K Space Marine on 3.
Space Marine.
Actually bought it. I bought it quite a while ago. I just haven't played it, and I bought it for like $12 or something, so it was cheap. I'm currently on chapter 11. I think there's maybe 10 or 11, and I think there's 16 chapters. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end just because of the way the story is going. But yeah, you play as some big hulking space marine dude, Captain Titus. And you have a couple of other Space Marines around with you for a lot of the missions, but not all of them, or not a lot of the chapters. Although I will say that the AI is pretty shitty as far as your teammates go. Sometimes they just kind of stand around, even though there's like tons of dudes shooting at you, which is annoying. It's too bad that there's not a co-op, because that could be fun.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things I would have liked about this game. Because I played like early this year. It's one of the first games I finished. I think it's the first game I finished this year. So yeah, that would be nice.
And it's a third-person like action shooter, but you also have a lot of focus on melee combat as well. And the melee combat is really fun, although the combos are really simple. It's like either hit X and then Y, X, X, Y, X, 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 Y, and then that's pretty much it. And then you can sometimes you can, the guys will get stunned, and then you can hit B to do an execution move on them. And those are cool, but they take a long time, and the problem is the only way to get health is to do execution moves. Okay. So if you're like in a big, brawl of tons of orcs and stuff, and you're trying to do an execution move, sometimes you can get hit while you're in the animation of doing the execution, and then you don't get your health until like the execution is finished. So I've died several times because of that. Like I'm trying to execute a guy to get more health, and all of a sudden I just get killed by some, armored orcs that have like these chained blades, or this like sometimes there'll be like some huge dude. He can just take you out in a couple hits, or you can get destroyed by these rocket launcher orcs really quick. I hate those guys.
You haven't come across the Chaos Soldiers yet, have you?
Spoilers, yes, I have now.
Sorry.
Oh man, Darren, we're gonna have to do something about
Shut the fuck up, Darren.
I purposely was not going to mention that because I knew that was kind of like a twist.
Spice meringue.
So, yeah, I'm just.
It's like, it's not really a spoiler though, because if you know the Warner 40k universe, that's probably one of the things about that happens in this universe anyway. So, but apologies anyway.
Well, yeah, but in the way the game was going, there's nothing really to say that you were gonna for sure fight another faction besides the orcs.
Mhm.
You know, that's like a big part of the story too. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I was playing it a bunch last night before we played Raider Z, and I think I would have played it more if I didn't die. I got to some part where I picked up the hammer, like that's the most powerful weapon, melee weapon you can get. But the problem is, if you pick up that, you can't use your like special weapons. You can only use your pistol or your little like submachine gun.
Okay.
And there's like tons of like rocket launcher dudes, and there's like a huge dude coming at me right at the checkpoint. So I have some difficulty with that. I think I probably shouldn't have picked up the hammer. I like the power axe more than anything else.
Mhm.
I think I used mainly, I forget what I used. I think it's like the chain blade. I think I used mainly for the melee stuff and that. But I think I kind of switched it out though from time to time. But I really enjoyed that game as well. It's a really good game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely recommend
Yeah.
it if you can get it for cheap.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at Steam right now. It's $30. That's a little
Oh,
pricey.
wow.
$30, really?
It's $30.
That's a lot.
That game's out a year next month and it's still $30. I got it for like 12, 13 pound like a couple of months after it came out here, which is like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it at this price. That's no problem.
Since you talked about it, I kind of want to play it, but $30. I'm not sure I want to
No,
spend that amount on it.
you probably can probably get it cheaper than that though, like $20, $15.
Probably,
Yeah, I should.
It was on sale, I think, during the Steam Summer Sale. So
I think
why
so.
you should have gone it there?
I should have. My mistake.
Or you just buy it on 360. It would probably be like $20 or less. I bet.
Yeah, I should look online.
I think it's on Games on Demand, but I forget how much it is. I think it's like $40 probably there because I think it's £30.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So it is.
So yeah, really enjoying it. I think my only problem is the health system, where you have to get to execute dudes with melee to get health. That can be a big problem sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you do get health. Your health regenerates like in between the like battles, or like checkpoints or whatever. But it can be tricky when you have like a huge horde of like armored orcs with chain blades coming at you, because those guys do a lot of damage.
Mhm.
And you kind of got to balance your the gunplay with the melee. Know when to use your guns, know when to use melee. So
Okay.
yeah, I recommend checking it out.
So
Yeah, it's a.
do they yell Space Marines constantly during the?
The orcs do,
Yeah.
Space
or they say Space Marines to kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that
The Caleb Spice Marines.
I think that would be the main reason why I would play. I would play that game.
well, it's not
I'm
like
surprised you
it's not like in your face. It's kind of like in the background. You don't really hear it like
hmm
really that well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get it, then.
You should try it out. Yeah.
Just not. Don't pay $30 for it though.
No.
Nah, like, cause in the fact that it's like, I think it was like the 9th of September here last year.
Okay.
It's like the same. It was like Resistance 3. Like a bunch of games came out that day last year.
hmm
I remember that. There was like kind of a big week for games.
I think I'm the only one who didn't like Resistance 3. But anyway, moving on.
I did really like Resistance 3. A lot of people hate 2, which I don't get though. But I like 2 as well. I liked all of the games
Yeah,
in the series.
I don't know. I wasn't big into that series, I guess. I don't know. Nonetheless, moving on, Mr. Derek. Anything else?
I'll just mention that I pre-ordered Darksiders 2.
That'll make
nope.
Darren happy.
You bastard! That in 3 fucking days!
I was on the fence about it, but then I heard some positive comments from like some of the podcasts I listened to. And I figured, well, I kind of want to play something before War of Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron comes out, so I think I'll pick that up. So I pre-ordered it at GameSpot or GameStop. So I'll get it on Tuesday after work.
That should be a pretty long game, though, Darksiders.
Yeah,
the
probably.
The first game's pretty long, yeah.
So I can switch back and
I
forth between that and Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think that Transformers would be that long as far as the single player stuff goes.
I doubt it.
It's like 13 chapters from like the quick look of it, I think.
Yeah. The only thing I don't think I'm gonna like about that game is it's gonna make you use certain characters for certain levels. Like I don't want to play Bumblebee because I think he's a stupid character, and
Bumblebee, you said?
Yeah.
Well, he's the first mission, though, anyway, so at least you can just get him out of the way from the get-go.
I guess, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, like, a lot of my favorite characters are, like, not very popular, really, compared to other ones, especially because of the movies, how they've made certain characters so popular.
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite Transformers, then?
Well, Optimus Prime, obviously, but then I like Wheeljack, Soundwave. Although Soundwave is probably he's probably in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's in there. I heard it quickly.
Like Shockwave. I like Snarl of the Dinobots. I don't know if he's playable or not.
The Soundwave, that bird one in the Dark of the Moon?
I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess that was probably a bastardized version of Laserbeak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Laserbeak. Okay, that's it. Okay. No, don't forget. I have no idea. That goes to show how much I know about Transformers when I get the fucking name completely wrong.
I like Inferno, Hound, Grapple, Hoist. Those are all characters you would never see in even this game. I doubt it. I mean, that'd be sweet.
Nah, yeah. So most I know Optimus, Megatron, Shockwave, and Bumblebee, and some of those other characters.
But there's Megaplex in this one. So.
Yeah.
Metroplex, yeah, sorry. Metroplex.
And Bruticus.
Bruticus, yeah.
I'm surprised they chose Bruticus and not Devastator, because Devastator is like the most well-known of the Gestalt combiners.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a story reason, because I know Starscream is involved in the cartoon. Starscream created the Combaticons, Bruticus. So that could be why they chose him.
Yeah.
Any case, so pre-order Darksiders 2, and then I want to mention that I was watching some old TNT's Giant Bomb, Thursday Night Throwdown, and there was one where they played Iron Brigade on it with the entire staff of Double Fine was there, and they were goofing off the whole time. It just reminded me how much I want to finish that game, because I only played the first 3 or 4 maps, and I bought the DLC when it was on sale for 240 points, so I really want to get back into that game and I'll play it with people and not just play by myself.
Yeah, I have to play through that game myself as well. I like that game. I don't think I played it with people. I think I just played it single player. So
Did you play it with us?
I think I might have played it with you. I think once or twice. I think, but I don't really remember. I think it was when it came out though here, because you got it last year in June, and we didn't get it till December because of the whole fucking stupid name thing about it. Had to be changed to Iron Brigade because some idiot in Europe had the name Trench and it had to be changed. I think because he was going to do a game or something about it or something like that. I was like, yeah, where the fuck is it, man?
Yeah, no kidding.
I never even fucking heard of it though until that whole thing came out of it. I was like, yeah, that goes to show how popular it is. Yeah. Yeah, I had to change the name of a game because it was already existing. Stupid. I don't care.
That happens, I guess. I don't know.
And I want to play X-Men Arcade too on Xbox Live Arcade. I played it, I bought it, I finished it by myself, but I want to play co-op.
Yeah, I could buy it.
That's one of my favorite arcade games of all time.
I think it's 400 points, isn't it? I got it for 200, I think, when it was on sale.
I think it might be 800, but I know I bought it on sale, so I don't know for sure what it is.
I think it could be 800, but I think I got it for 200, I think it was. That's when I got it. I like to get the Simpsons arcade. I like to get it and play with people, but that's 800 points, and I am not paying 800 points for that game. I do not care. It is online and all that there, but nope. That should be 400 at most.
Yeah, I think it's a little tough. Yeah, it's a little pricey. Yeah, that's true.
despite the fact you can finish it in like 30 minutes as well. It's like, yep, not even paying fucking nearly £10 for that. No way.
Okay. So is that it, Derek, for
Yeah, that's
you
it.
been? All right. So how about you, Darren? What you been playing?
Not as much as before, but still probably more than you guys. So, but I say mentioned Train 2, which still love. Awesome game, very pretty game. I can still go gag over the graphics in that game, just beautiful. Say Fear 3 in co-op. I played a few missions of with Denis there yesterday before I head to work.
Yep.
I like it. I like Fear 3. I said didn't really get the best reviews, so it didn't now. I kind of got middle to sort of decent reviews at my best. But I like it though. Like I actually only ever played the first one on the 360 last year, so I have not played the expansions or Fear 2 or the DLC for it. So, but the characters you play as are the ones from the first game anyway, like the Point Man and Paxton Fettel. So I know that story. Anyway, like those characters, and of course Alma. Good game though. Theatre Rhythm, I just got back into playing again with during my work breaks and that, and still love that game. It's probably, and when I do an end of year list, like my top 10 games of the year, that's probably going to be in it for sure, because it's my favorite 3DS game, and absolutely love it. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. I got back into it though because Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance came out recently, and I kind of want to play the ones that I haven't finished yet so I can play it and actually understand what the hell is going on. Because a lot of people not really fond of Kingdom Hearts because the fact is the whole story is so fucking ridiculous, and you pretty much have to play the games. And in some cases people have played the games and still don't know what the hell's going on. It's just that weird and complex in spaces. Derek talked about this game last week, and I think because of him I just decided to go back into playing it though, and I'm glad
Because of how
did,
much I
man.
loved it.
Yeah, because how much you love the game. You love the combat. Batman Arkham City. As much as you hate the combat, I love the combat in this game. I just think it's. I do agree that the combo thing, like, it goes really, really quick. You pretty much have to be fucking fluid and perfect as possible.
Yeah, that's
in
my
order to
problem
keep
with
up a good combo.
it.
But like I can usually, I can usually get 20 odd
Jeez.
at the top mainly, like 50, like between like 15 to like 20 odd. I think the best I got there was playing again. I think it was like 40 odd or something.
Damn.
So I'm pretty. There's an achievement for getting 50 x 50 though. It was 40 in the last game, and I mentioned this before. I got 39, 1 point in the game, and fucking combo broke. And I was so annoyed. I'd never got anywhere near that again. Didn't even get the achievement. It was like one away.
You know,
I'm
that's
never
another
near-
thing I
I'm
don't.
never near that.
Go ahead. Oh.
I,
I was gonna say,
I was never near that. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I think we're talking over each other.
Stop talking!
I just want to say I never got near that. So go ahead, Derek. That's all. That's what I want to say.
I was just gonna say another thing I don't like about that game is the look of a lot of the characters. Like Batman looks
Okay.
like he's on steroids. It just looks ugly. I don't like the way he looks because that's not the way he looks. You know, in pretty much every other media form of Batman. He doesn't look like he's like super hulked out on muscles and shit.
Yeah,
And
is it little off-putting?
and I don't like a lot of the things they changed. Like Harley Quinn, I don't like the way she looks at all. She just looks like some slutty whore or something.
Yeah, that's the word.
Like I can deal. Like Bane looks okay, I think, and like Joker looks alright. But I don't know. I mean, I guess I just don't like the look of the game. Some of the
How
characters
far
are
did
pretty
you
good.
get in the game again?
I got to the part where you have to go into Mr. Freeze, or you have to go into some building where Mr. Freeze is, and I couldn't figure out how to get in.
Oh yeah, you had to destroy the destructors. That's pretty much what I was at when I started playing it again. I had to destroy the last jammer thing in the subway,
I
I
didn't
agree.
even
Yes,
get there.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. And then it got to went through the museum it was, and then you had to like fight a boss. I'm not gonna say who it is now, because I'm sure fucking people already. I'm sure Dark and out there is like fuck's sake, no more spoilers, Darren. Uh, but you encounter the penguin in there anyway, like you've already seen, and like you find like Freeze in there, and you fight a boss there, which played, and like I pretty much did that there, and then I did another riddle, go to find a hostage and save a hostage from the Riddler, because if you get a certain number of riddle trophies and challenges, you basically unlock another location to find a hostage that's being held captive by the Riddler.
Hmm.
I'm going to get all the try to get all the trophies and well, I was probably not going to get all of them now, but I'm probably going to get like as much as you need in order to get, because I know actually if you get all 400, you get 400 or something, you actually find out where the Riddler is.
Yeah, you
You
go
can
face him.
yeah, you can confront him then, and there is an achievement tied to it as well. To each, like, wherever you solve rescue the first host, like, solve the next puzzle or something of the Riddler, you get achievements for each of them now, and then you get one for, you know, finding the Riddler as well.
Human horror you.
There's just, I'm not really that much now. There's certain, like, games I just do like going out and getting certain achievements now, but I'm not going to get, like, all of them. Like there's ones in this game. There's like DLC ones. So like I got a good chunk. I got pretty much all of them in the first game, bar like finishing the game on hard and some of the like challenge stuff.
Hmm.
Like pretty much got I think maybe one or two may be missing for like the single player stuff, campaign. But yeah, I love Batman Arkham City though. Just really glad I got back into that game again. Just makes me just as the main reason why I kind of said like Dark Souls. It pretty much just came out at a bad time for me because I went back into Dark Souls, loved it, and then played Uncharted, Skyrim, and like kind of got shoved to the side pretty much then because of that. But yeah, it's pretty much a dead. It's pretty much been quiet though, and just gone back into it though. But unfortunately, I kind of subbed it a bit aside to the game because I've been playing a game a lot over the last couple of days before I went back to work and during like my days back at work now, and that is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which I do not know why. I just decided to go back into this now, and I think it's just somewhat just clicked for me now. I'm just really, really into this game. Really enjoying it. I'm doing the side quests and not there, even though a lot of people basically state don't bother doing them because you're just going to get bored of the game.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I pretty much did a lot of the quests in Oblivion, a lot of the side quests in that Oblivion, and this is of course certain ways is Oblivion because there's one of the guys working on this game worked on Oblivion. So I'm just really enjoying it though, and I'm doing the Teeth of Narrow stuff, which is one of the DLC which came out I think a month or so after the game came out. It was on sale this week, both of them, that and The Legend of Kel, which is this pirate themed one, I think.
Okay.
The Teeth of Narrows one, which is pretty much it's at the starting area, like I'm in Dalinarf, I think the first big like forest area, the greenery area is, and it's like safe there, so it is. Because you see it on the map though, whenever you get that stuff, you see like a big map, like a map of that area, and there's one of the other DLC. It's in the top right corner, so I'll probably go to it like later in the game. So I do. Absolutely love that. I really love it. I like the combat. I like getting the different loot you get, and like the the abilities and things like that. Just really enjoy playing that game a lot. It's a very enjoyable game.
Yeah, it's fun. Just don't do too many side quests because you'll get bored really fast.
Well, despite the fact I've not even gotten out of the first bit, like bar the Teeth of Narrow stuff now, I've not even gotten out of the first, big area yet. Like I'm still in Donnorth doing side quests, and I'm nearly like 20 hours into the game.
Wow. Okay.
That's good show.
That's what I did. I did way
Like,
too many side quests, and when I got back into the main quest, I got really bored. And at the end, I just wanted to get it done, finish, and be done with it.
I think you can finish like the main quest in like maybe 20, 25 hours or
Mhm.
something like that
Yeah.
now.
Pretty much.
I can see myself probably playing this game for like chunks and for the rest of the year and probably still not even finish the fucking main quest if I carry on the way I'm
Yeah.
doing.
And you have all the guild,
Yeah.
like the guild quests also that you can do.
Yeah, I haven't even touched any of them yet. It's mainly I done like a few of the main quests though. Like I went to that ruins part in Ettenmere with the guy, and I did but I did a lot of the like side stuff though, and some of the side stuff's pretty good though. I enjoy doing it though. It's not like anywhere near as bad as like fucking Xenoblade Chronicles, which is god awful in terms of quests, like I mentioned
Yeah.
before. As I said, like you think that it's bad with this game with side quests, like I said, it has nothing on Xenoblade. It's the king of side
But I
quests.
think the side quests all look the same.
I said MMO,
Yeah,
of course.
they all look the same in Kingdoms of Amalur. After a while, they always, like I know it was supposed to be based on an MMO or something like that, and it kind of shows with the side quests, honestly, because like it's pretty repetitive.
Yeah, that's Xenoblade as well. Like pretty much most of the quests in it are pretty much what you see in an MMO. Go to X number of this monster, collect this X number of this item, go to this location and find this guy, stuff like that pretty
Okay.
much. But I probably will get bored of the side quests eventually though. And just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the main quest and maybe some of the, guild stuff as well. But like I really do enjoy playing that game, and I'll probably be playing it, till Darksiders 2 comes out, and actually next week I'll be playing a few games it's coming out this week on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. Finally, digital games I'm excited for.
Which one?
Dust and Elysian Tale,
Okay.
the last of the summer arcade and the only one I'm getting. I want to get Deadlight, but the trial pretty much stopped that because I wasn't really overly fond of the trial. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to wait till it goes down in
Yeah.
price. But Dust and Elysian Tale I'm getting no matter what. That's pretty much I'm definitely getting that, buying that game.
Cool.
And then the PSN game is Papo and Yo, which is actually a studio. It's made by a studio called Minority, which I think is actually based in Montreal.
Yep.
So that's their first game. So that's coming out this week in North America and Europe, which I'll be probably getting it as well.
Cool.
So I'll probably hear my thoughts on that game next week and basically be crying a river when Derek talks about Darksiders 2.
How much he's enjoying it and all that.
So, oh, this game's awesome. Fuck you, Derek.
And I'll be talking about Sleeping Dogs or
Yeah.
playing that starting Tuesday. So, yeah, look forward to next week.
Next week, yep. And then following week after that, I'll be like, yep, Darksiders 2. I'll mainly all I'll be playing.
Or once only one game in Darren's.
Once I'll probably get it on the Monday before. It's because it's out on the Tuesday
Okay.
here. I'll be getting the Monday before. Or unless I get like 4 days early like I did with The Witcher 2.
That would be pretty cool. I think it'd like that. If you...
That'll be awesome, no, but yeah. Like, that'll be great, though, for me, because the fact is, say, games come out here on Friday, mainly. I usually get them, like, Thursday or Wednesday at points. So actually getting it on the Monday or Tuesday would be great for me, so, because it'll be off then. It's like, yeah, I get more time with these games. So, that'll be great. Anyway, that's all I've been playing. So, not too much compared to previous
That's it?
weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we should move on to the question of the week. Responses.
Yes.
Start off. Yeah.
I-
Start off with your.
Twitter ones, and you can get the Facebook
Got it.
ones.
So what was the question of the week? Remind everybody.
The question of the week was, what are some of your favorite games this generation, and that's pretty much anything from like the 360 launch up to now.
Yep. So we'll before we start, Derek didn't have his last week, so we'll ask him to start and tell us what his favorite games of this generation are.
Okay, yeah. I went through my collection. I went through my history of rented games on GameFly, and I compiled a little list here. Some of them we talked about last week, so I'll just briefly mention those ones. I put Half-Life 2 down as part of the Orange Box. Half-Life 2 and also, episodes 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed that game. It's been a long time since I played it, but, I would love to go back to that universe. Oblivion and Skyrim, I put both of those down. I think we talked about those plenty last week. Saints Row, I enjoyed all of the Saints Row games. I think I probably enjoyed the third one the most.
Mm-hmm.
Mass Effect 1 and 2, not 3, but I think I enjoyed Mass Effect 2 the most of those, or all of them.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. Pretty much.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I love that game.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's not.
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites of the generation, but I did quite like the game.
It's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, there's a lot of games in my collection and on the games that I've rented that I really enjoyed, but I wouldn't consider them my favorites. But this is definitely one of them. Fallout 3. I know Dennis mentioned that last week.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely love that game.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Age 1 on 360. I played it, not on PC. I don't know if either of you guys have played it, but I really enjoyed that game. I love the story and the characters and the universe. Dragon Age 2 was like a huge disappointment, but I really love the first game. Have you played? Any of you played it?
I haven't played it, no. How about you, Darren?
What was that?
Have you played
Dragon
Age?
Oh, Dragon Age. Yeah, I actually got it on the 360 when it came out though, and then I actually just got the PC version.
Okay.
So
I've never played it.
But I've played I played some of it now. So I did. Yeah, I did enjoy it though. The PC version's a lot harder than the 360 version.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to resort to putting it down in easy. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, Dennis. Don't pass out in shock now. But yeah, I tried playing that game in normal and just said, yeah, this game's way too difficult on normal for me.
Yeah, it is a tough game, and I did put it on easy for like the last boss battle in that game because it's really tough.
I think what was the first I got in the game? I think I was just like I think I just did the circle, the mage's tower thing, and I think that was it. I didn't really progress that far into the game, unfortunately.
But you could probably use the Xbox controller on the PC version.
I think the mouse and keyboard would be better on PC because you can be more tactical that way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though, because the fact is in the PC version you can like zoom out and make it like kind of Baldur's Gate kind of style, like the view, rather than like the 360 version where it's pretty much you just set stone with the third person.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Dead Space. I mentioned that last week. Burnout Paradise. I think we mentioned that. It's funny. Like when I first got Burnout Paradise, I didn't like it much at all because I didn't like the open world aspect of it, and I didn't like how how there isn't like just a track you have to follow. It's like you have to decide what street you want to turn down. But after a while and after playing it online, I started to really enjoy the game. I started to get used to the city, and I just ended up really loving that game.
I still think Fate's better.
Paradise is better. Sorry, Darren.
Well, I really like Burnout 3 Takedown and Burnout Revenge, but I think I ended up liking Burnout Paradise a little bit more, probably for the online stuff.
That's probably the main reason why I like Paradise. So I just don't like the single player. The single player is just boring. It's like go do the same races, do the same checkpoints, yada yada yada.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the online that counts, I guess. And
the online makes that game. doing like different challenges and that there. It's definitely the reason why a lot of people love that game.
Just a few more here. Borderlands, we talked about that last week. BioShock, I don't know if anybody mentioned BioShock or not.
I did.
Okay. I love the first game. That was a game where I didn't know anything about the game, and I had no interest in it at all until I played the demo. I was like, this is a pretty cool game, because I didn't, like, what I had seen of it just didn't really appeal to me at all.
Yeah.
After playing the demo, I was like, I'm going to buy this game, and I ended up buying it, right when it came out. So, and I ended up loving the game for sure.
I was disappointed with BioShock.
You were disappointed with BioShock?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you kidding? Really?
Maybe because I probably set my expectations probably a bit too high though, because I remember watching the first, that 15, that one was narrated by Ken Levine. That first like gameplay footage like demo of it, that I was like, oh man, this game's gonna be so fucking awesome. I played though. I think the game is brilliant. I like, not like it's great and all. Like I love the world of Rapture. I just don't know. Just something. I just probably expected it more. I actually thought it was probably gonna be more open than it was. Instead, a bit more. It was like kind of linear.
Okay.
For the most part, I thought it was because like the way he was like talking and like the things I was saying about the game, I thought it was gonna be a bit more open than it was.
Yeah, but I think if it would have been more open, it wouldn't have been the same. Honestly.
Yeah, I guess so, but not like really really open now, but like more like, but most like there is certain points, but not a
I don't know,
lot where you can go.
I think it's way more open than like Gears of War or Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
Like exactly, yeah, exactly, but maybe just a bit more though. I don't know. I actually think I don't know if I'm the only one here, but I actually think that game would be pretty cool if it was something like like a big open world. You do like quests and that there, like like Dead Island or like Borderlands or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I actually think that'd be pretty good.
Pretty tight corridors there. There isn't really a whole lot of huge open spaces, because you're underwater in a city. So
you do go out. I mean, you do get out of the way to find those recordings, though. I mean, you have to find all the tapes, the recordings there that they.
Yeah,
the audio.
Logs. Yeah. The audio recordings. Yeah.
I mean, that you still have to search for most of them. That was.
I don't know. I might go back to it sometime and see though. But like, when I played, I got it when it came out, and I don't know.
It?
Like I did finish it, yeah. Like I never finished the second one. I got like maybe about a third of the way through the second one and just stopped playing it.
The second one was a letdown. It wasn't even the same thing.
But like, it was a different studio, pretty much. It wasn't like Irrational. There was probably might have been a few people from that team that worked on it though, but it was a different studio overall.
Yeah, Levine wasn't on the project, so.
No. So, because I think it was 2K Marin or something. A few other ones, like the 2K, some 2K ones. But it wasn't like Irrational now, who like working on BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite looks good now, but then again, I'm just basically not gonna set my standards high like I did with BioShock now.
That looks.
And probably enjoy that game more.
Fantastic to me, though. Can't wait. Okay, go ahead, Derek. Any more?
Just one more. Assassin's Creed 2. Not 1, not Brotherhood, not Revelations, but just Assassin's Creed 2.
Thank God you didn't say the first one, because I would have slapped you silly. I would have gone, oh God, in a disgusted manner if that was the case.
First one, when it came out, was, that was that. But when the second one came out, it was more fluid and, I don't know, better traversal thing, and, yeah, it's definitely better than one. That's for sure.
It's like the first one was like, yeah, it was just like a new thing. It was a new IP. I know what they were getting from all that there, but it's just the main problem. That game to me just looked the fucking same. I think all the cities looked the bloody same. Like there was 3 different cities, like, and there was like these different quarters, like poor sector, rich sector, and like middle sector. I think it was. I think what was it? Damascus. I think it was Jerusalem or something. I think was one of the cities, and I forget what the other city was though. But they just looked the fucking same. And the mission Friday sucked balls. There's like 3 missions you had to do. There's like interrogate, collect the flags, and something other one you had to do. And the thing is, you have to do like 3 of these. I think it's like 6 or something in each, assassination. You have to do like 3 of them, and then you can like unlock to do the assassination then, and pretty much the assassinations were kind of like easy. You could have just walked up to them and assassinate them and then just try to get away from the guards, and that was it. It was like easy fucking pickings. I just got bored. I think I stopped at like the 4th or 5th assassination. It was like, this game's, I just got bored with it.
Okay.
But 2 is a vast
Yep.
improvement. Definitely. Love 2. I like Brotherhood a lot as well.
Yeah, I actually like Brotherhood more. I do.
Revelations, I don't know. Not so sure about it.
I haven't gotten back into Revelations. I'm not sure if I will.
I did mention it. I think I played a bit of it last week. I had it up in my thing. I was like, yeah. I don't know. I think I might just start on 3 now.
Probably that's what
When
I'll
it
do.
comes out though, I don't think, because like Revelations, I don't even think they answer a lot of questions anyway, because that's what I heard from the feedback of that game. It's like the ending doesn't really, answer. It doesn't really tie things up great or something with the story.
Well,
or
I
something.
already watched the ending online, so I know how it ends.
Yeah. So how was it? Like just
Yeah,
basically
it's pretty much in the open, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder about like Desmond, like there's not going to show a lot of Desmond stuff yet for 3 though, but I want to see how that ends up being though. With Desmond and the whole Animus thing. Like I know in Revelations he was like pretty much stuck in a coma or something.
Or the Animus is broken, or I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and he's with this guy. That guy is Subject 16. So yeah.
Anyway, so 2 is your favorite Assassin's Creed, Darren?
Yeah, I rented Assassin's Creed 1 and I played it for maybe a couple hours and I didn't really enjoy it all. I didn't enjoy the character at all, or the combat system, or the assassinations, or the world, and the setting.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So I returned it, and a lot of people were saying, like I know on Giant Bomb they were saying this, and elsewhere, to just skip the first game and go straight to the second, and I highly recommend that anybody who has not played any of these games to do just that.
Yeah.
Don't even bother with the first game. I mean,
just look it up for the story if you want to know.
Basically within the first hour of playing Assassin's Creed 2, like everything was better. The combat, the traversal stuff, the story, the character, the main character you play as, Ezio's way more interesting than what's his name? Yeah.
Altair.
And the world looks so much better, and the setting, the time period, everything is just better. Everything. So.
Yeah, like each of the cities look different though. Like you're in Venice, and then Firenze, I think was one of them as well, and just like they looked all different to me. They had all like you definitely know you're in Venice though, because like the the water and like the Venetian river and that there is like this looks different to the other places, and then like in Brotherhood when you're in Rome as well, which is pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. And in Brotherhood, I did play that all the way through, but I was disappointed with that, even though some of the improvements they made to the gameplay were interesting, like with your whole Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you can call in people to do assassinations and to help you out in fights and stuff. That's really cool.
That's what I love.
But I didn't like how they locked out a lot of the sections of the world, and you had to like advance the story to go to different sections, and I wanted to go and find all the watchtower or the viewpoints or whatever right away. Yeah. And I thought the story was really, really disappointing. Like the main villain, like in the first game, he spoiler, he just kind of like comes back, even though you think he's kind of dead, or you weren't sure at the end of the first game, and he just gets killed so easily by some dude who poisons him, and it's like, what? That's it?
Yeah.
I spent the whole first game trying to track this guy down and kill him, and he just gets killed by some dude who poisons him.
Yeah.
And then
it's just
the other characters were just not interesting at all, and I just didn't really like it.
Do you mean the main character in Ezio's world in 2, you mean?
Yeah, the one, the guy, Templar Pope guy, or not the Pope, but like he takes over from the Pope. Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Rodrigo Borgia.
I don't know, I just didn't like the story at all. And like it didn't even, like nothing, it never answered any questions at all from the first game, like the very end reveal where, this whole like 2012 end of the world thing and all that with that weird Like, I don't know if those are supposed to be aliens or gods or whatever the hell those are in that one room you're in the very end of the first game. None of that was answered at all. Not even, and I hear that Revelations does not answer that either,
No, it doesn't.
which is a big disappointment. So,
Mhm.
and I haven't even tried Revelations. I have it. I bought it as part of this promotion at Best Buy where if you bought 5 games, like pre-ordered and purchased 5 games, you get $100 for free. So I did that, and that was one of the games I bought because there was like nothing else I could find. And I've heard like so many negative things about that game that I just don't really even want to try it.
Yeah,
So
I didn't like it at all. I stopped playing after a couple of hours. Like
What's this
the
now?
Assassin's Creed Revelations, the whole tower
Yeah.
defense thing. Just no, I don't want that. I do not want that in my
yeah,
game.
I heard that's really dumb. That's for sure.
I really did
So
not.
and that's pretty much it for me.
That's pretty much it. All right. Darren, go ahead with the Twitter responses.
Okay, I've got just 2 of them here. First one is from Biomore493, James. He listed Mass Effect 2, Sonic Generations, which I think is a very good Sonic game. It's not the best Sonic game, of course, but it's probably the best one. It's been out in quite a long time. Nier, which I know a lot of people really love that game. I wouldn't say I love it though, but I fucking love the soundtrack in that game. Splatterhouse 2010, which
What?
teach
Okay.
their own, I guess.
Okay.
I thought that game was alright,
Okay.
but it has some of the worst loading times
Ah.
ever. Like I mentioned this before, it has awful loading times. And Vanquish, which is
I still
awesome.
need to play that game. I really need to.
Yes, you should play that bloody game. If you like Binary Domain, you should love Vanquish.
Yes.
So you
And by the
should.
way, Binary Domain, I need to plug this because you guys need to play this fucking game if you haven't played it. But it's on sale on Steam.
I think it's over
Is it
now.
over?
I think it was the daily deal. It was only the
That's
daily deal. I think it's over
It's a
now.
weekend deal, dude.
That was only on PC though. So
It's on PC, but it's 75% off. It's $10. So
I'd buy it at $10 if it was on Xbox, but not on PC.
okay, but it's really good. I really recommend that game. One of my favorites of this year, for damn sure.
Yes, and again, I do need to go back to that game. Like I finished the first couple of chapters and I just stopped playing it all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a very, very underrated game. Very. Like, a lot of people talk about it, like, but not a lot of people played it. It's a big shame, damn shame. It's like Enslaved a couple of years ago. That was a great game. Probably nobody played it, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, what's the second answer? There?
Yeah, it's not up anymore, Dan. It was a
Oh, it's
daily
not up?
deal. It wasn't a
Okay,
weekend deal.
just checked
Yeah.
a couple of minutes ago, and it was still there. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, it's Rush now. It was today's deal. It wasn't the weekend deal now, 'cause that's Nexus, which is like one of
Okay.
those first-person shooters or something, multiplayer first-person
Yeah.
shooters. The next guy is from Apple Tea Sauce or Applet Sauce, Matt. He pretty much lists a lot of them here. Scribblenauts, Bit Trip Runner, Super Meat Boy, Dragon Quest 5 and 9, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, Hotel Dusk Fluidity, Art of Balance, Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Bioshock, Dementium, Xenoblade, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which I want to mention shortly about something about it, Valkyria Chronicles, Joe Danger, Bomb Monkey, and many more, plus the hundreds I haven't gotten around to
Christ.
yet.
Okay.
And he actually posted the response as well to the previous one, the DLC one I just mentioned here as well. The question: don't usually care for DLC unless it's practically a whole new game in itself or extra levels like Mighty Switch Force.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of games there. A lot of them handheld games. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I just want to mention, is finally getting multiplayer. Online multiplayer.
Wow.
2 fucking years after the game
Wow.
came out.
Okay.
And the great thing about it is you have to pay for it.
Holy fuck, really?
You get that and this like extra character as well, Wallace. So you do.
Okay.
And it's 400 points. I still don't think I do not care. That game should have had online multiplayer when it came
Yeah, of
out.
course. Yeah.
Should have. And I don't really why it's only coming now. Like no, like I, it's that's just it's just pissed
Who the
me
fuck is
off.
gonna
I
go
don't know
back to
what.
that game anyway?
Yeah, I played the game. I played through the game, so I didn't finish it. I think it's an awesome game. But I just yeah, like if one of yous get it or something, want to buy the multiplayer thing, I'll go back to play
So
the
you have to
game.
buy the game. If I get it, I have to buy the game and the multiplayer?
You have to buy the
Fuck that.
multiplayer pack.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
no. Nope. Not gonna do that. So, I guess we should move on to the Facebook answers. We only have two here also. One from Darren Greer, who says Bayonetta, MGS4, Witcher 2, Elder Scrolls 4 and 5, Super Mario Galaxy, Dark Souls, and Demon Souls, Metroid Prime Trilogy. He says, hope that counts, love MP 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, in a way, probably in a way, yes or no, because Metroid Prime Trilogy has the three Metroid Prime games. The Metroid Prime 1 and 2 came out in GameCube, which was last generation, and Metroid Prime 3 came out on the Wii. But it's like the three games, so I'll count it because it's on the Wii, and it's like the three games together with different controls. Like Derek mentioned Half-Life 2 for part of the Orange Box, and that game came out in 2004 originally, so I'll let it slide.
And he finishes out with Fallout 3 and New Vegas. He says, I'm sure there are some I have forgotten, but that's just off the top of my head. So there you go. And there's also George Michael Kalpis. I'm sorry if I'm destroying his name there. He says, for a top 5, I'd pick alphabetically Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Mass Effect 1, Red Dead Redemption, Splinter Cell Conviction. For this generation, I only have a 360, by the way. So that's his answer about that one. So I actually forgot Red Dead Redemption, which was pretty good. That was a game.
Yeah, again, I think I enjoyed that game a lot, but I wouldn't really put it on top of my favorite of the generation.
That was fun. It was good. It was getting tedious, as every Rockstar game tends to be towards the end of the game, but it's getting a little tedious, but it was still pretty cool. Still pretty fun.
I think I enjoyed doing the side stuff in that game more than the main quests.
Yeah.
But the ending was like fantastic, so.
Oh, the ending was great. Yeah. Really.
Yeah, guy I follow on Twitter actually played it recently, and he didn't really think too much of the ending.
Huh.
I was like, what? I didn't like respond back to him, no, but I was like, what? Like I don't think he liked the last, like the last section of the game wasn't, it's kind of meh.
Well, he didn't like it because of the whole like farming stuff at the end.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually liked the, like the last stuff as well, like after what happens at the end, like, like the extra sort of little end mission.
I thought it was great.
As well. I love the ending of that game. I think it's brilliant. It's basically, that's one of my favorite video game endings of the last few years.
Yeah.
I love that ending.
I really enjoyed it.
It's kind of like, it just basically suited that game. What was happening during that game. It was like, yeah, this is not going to end well, and pretty much you're spot on when you say when that happens.
Yep. Well, I knew it wouldn't end well, but didn't know it would be that way.
I still yet to play the Undead Nightmare pack for it.
Yeah, that's right. I have it, but I haven't really went into it that much.
It's pretty cool, but it's really hard because you don't have a lot of ammo and the zombies are tough. But it's really neat because they have like the whole like Sasquatch thing, and then like you get the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. You get to ride on the horses.
Cool.
I rented it, and I rented the disc version of it, and I played it for like an hour or two, and I figured, I'll just buy it, when it's on sale. I just haven't gotten around to buying it. I know a lot of people like the multiplayer, but I guess I didn't really enjoy it as much, mainly because of the experiences that I had where you were trying to play a mission with your friends, and then you just get attacked by these like super high level dudes that just like kill you in like one hit all of a sudden, like when you're trying to, you
Yeah.
know, to play the game.
Me and Dennis did the like the bandit
Yeah.
stuff. You go to like this area and kill guys and basically that sort of stuff that we did. We did sort of that stuff, which was quite fun. So it was. I remember me
Yeah,
and
that was
Dennis did
That was fun. I never played the multiplayer. 'Cause-
I played some of it. It was decent enough though, but like yeah, it's just pretty much it's like the GTA multiplayer as well. Like you have the free mode, you have certain
Mhm.
like modes, and you have like that co-op mode where you go to these different locations and like the towns and kill the bandits and things like that, which probably was the best, my favorite part of the multiplayer in that
Yep,
game.
I have to agree. That was one of my favorite parts of the game. Also, I have to agree with that. So I guess that's the answers to our question of the week. A little bit more than last week, but not a whole lot.
Not so much, but like yeah, at least we got responses
Yeah.
anyway.
So do we post a question for this week or somebody?
Well, we're going to talk about the topic though, but the thing is, I sort of put it down there. We're heading to like 2 hours though, so it's best if we just skip it for this week and do one for next
Yeah,
time.
we'll have a question of the week next time. Skipping the question for this week, I guess. Because that's we.
And skip the topic, yeah, because like I said, I want to try to, because I'll be going to work soon, and Derek has to go somewhere as well, so it's better off just to go to the news at this
Okay.
point, which of course we have a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
we have a couple of news articles to talk about. So let's start, I guess, with Microsoft confirms new Xbox and then unconfirms it. Have you guys
What a surprise!
have you guys seen that? The whole confirming and unconfirming.
I haven't really. I haven't really looked up in the news this week because, like I said, this is like this last minute thing. I just jumped on here, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's some podcasts, I don't know, Microsoft podcast or something. Brian Hill from Microsoft mentioned the new Xbox when he was discussing products like Outlook and Windows 8 and stuff like that. And there was an update to the story. He responded saying, let's see, a representative from Microsoft said when Brian mentioned a new wave of products, he was referring to the full lineup of products coming later this year from Microsoft, including Windows 8, Office, Windows Phone, etc., which will bring a whole new host of consumer experiences like Xbox Music, videos, games, Windows 8, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like, playing it down like, oh, we didn't really say the new Xbox.
Yeah.
But I think pretty much everybody knows that they're going to make another system, so it's not really.
Yeah, that's not
surprise.
really a surprise to anybody. I mean,
No.
you all know it. You just, okay, and unconfirm it. Well, yeah. Confirm it in 2 weeks. It's going to be the same fucking thing. So, I mean, now they said, I think they said that he was talking about the new dashboard for the 360 or something like that. That he wasn't talking about a new Xbox 360. What about
There is nothing in this dashboard update that is interesting to me this year. Nothing.
How did you get into the beta of it?
No, but like I know, like what the stuff that said that like mentioned during the Microsoft press conference in E3, there's fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Internet Explorer, like, wow, fucking. I think what else
Skype,
is there really?
that's another
There's
story.
nothing.
Skype, yeah, there's a story on that we'll talk about.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use fucking Skype on my bloody 360.
I probably would if you guys were playing on something else on PC and I was playing this.
Oh yeah,
I'd use it.
That would be pretty cool, yeah, I guess, out there, like cross-platform stuff, yeah, I guess, but other than that, no point.
Yeah. I haven't even checked out what's going to be available. I think NHL is going to be available. NHL Network. Like they have.
Yeah, it's like more of the like state like the stuff that's pretty much mainly for like the US fucking the North American fucking
Yeah. The
Xbox stuff servers rather than over here and elsewhere.
Quite frankly, when I go on the Xbox, it's to watch movies or play games. It's not I don't know, do other stuff like watch YouTube video.
Yeah, I don't fucking do that. The YouTube fucking thing on the Xbox, I tried it out. It's fucking god awful.
Yeah, it's really bad. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, like I was actually excited. Oh, cool, YouTube. Nope. interface and that interface is god awful.
Broken.
Just don't use it.
Broken.
It's just really sloppy. I don't know. It's just kind of sloppy.
I think there's Daily Motion and Crackle and stuff like that.
Yeah. The only flipping app I use pretty much is Netflix.
Yeah, that's a great
and Love
app,
Film.
of course. Yeah, it's movies. So I use Zune because our Netflix over here is garbage. So I use Zune to watch my movies on. So
Yeah, but like I said, if you had that DNS thing and sign up to Netflix again, then you can get the US library.
yeah, I should do that. I should actually do that, even if it's not quote unquote legal. I guess I don't know, but anyway, that's
Fuck it though. Like our one's not that great either. Like there's certain stuff it's like cool, like it's not in the US server, but like the US server is just so vast and expansive. Like there's like wrestling stuff and a lot of TV shows, and like you never see a bloody light of day here. Like the Wonder Years and all that, like old TV shows that I like to try out and watch that never will, come over here on the Netflix in a million
Wonder Years
years.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like Buffy and Angel, and like yeah, they're actually on Love Film now, which is pretty cool. Like, yep, they're on Love Film, but they're not in the UK Netflix. Great.
Yeah, well, probably that's authorizations and everything, and who gets what and all that. So
I guess.
okay, next news topic. I guess Amazon unveils its internal game studio. So Amazon is getting a internal game studio. What do you guys think about that?
Well, if it's
They're
anything,
doing everything else, aren't they?
Yeah.
it's going to be like their first game that I couldn't really care less because it's a Facebook game and it's some like hidden objects game,
Yeah.
storybook game where you find hidden objects.
So in other words, pretty much like most of those Facebook
Yeah.
games and like those games you see on the the WiiWare and DSiWare, like some like those social games and like the iPhone and
There's a
things
lot
like
of them
that.
on iOS too.
Yeah, it's everywhere pretty much those kind of games.
It'll be free to play, social stuff. So yeah, probably
Yeah.
like the Facebook games.
It's gonna be free to play, but you'll get spammed.
Yep, exactly. So the name of the
called
studio.
It's called Living Classics, and it depicts illustrated locations and characters from classic things like Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, etc.
Yeah, players
So
look
that's
for
what it is.
objects. Yeah, I guess if it's those types of games, I'm not interested. I'll just buy my regular games from Amazon, and that'll be that. So
Yeah.
yeah. So next news title, I guess, Assassin's Creed 3 for PS3 to get 60 minutes of exclusive content. Apparently.
Question
Question
mark?
mark. So has Sony put their hands on exclusive content for Assassin's Creed? That's still up in the air. I guess it hasn't been.
Will probably be time exclusive content probably, and you'll eventually get it on the 360 version and that for a certain fee.
Yeah. So well, they do. I mean, they do that. You see the map packs for Call of Duty. You get them you get them first on 360 before you get them elsewhere. So
And DLC, Skyrim as well. Dawnguard came out and Dawnguard's been out for over a month now and still not on the PS3.
mm-hmm.
It's on the 360 and it came out there recently on PC, but still no sign of the PS3 version. So I feel sorry for PS3 owners of Skyrim at this point.
Yeah.
They had it bad and compared to the other two, especially when it comes to the multitude of problems they had with patches and things like that.
Yeah, but they did do that. Like Ubisoft did do that in 2010 for Brotherhood, which had a PS3 exclusive beta testing phase and a batch of post-release DLC, but rather. They
Yeah.
did that before, so wouldn't be surprising if they did it this time around. Won't get me to buy it on the PS3 though, but it's still
Yeah, except I've got the rest on the 360, so I'm not going to change it all of a sudden now just for like extra content if that's the case, and might not be that great either. So
yeah, who knows? DLC usually for Assassin's Creed. I heard Brotherhood had good DLC, but I think 2's DLC was pretty bad, if I remember.
I never tried it, so I
Yeah,
don't
man,
know.
no, me neither. So What are your thoughts on this, Derek? What do you think about that?
Assassin's Creed 3, 60 minutes of extra gameplay.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems okay, I guess. I don't know what it is. Nobody really says anything about it, but
yeah. You're not gonna get it on the PS3. That won't make you get it.
oh no, no.
No. Okay. All right. So I guess next is we have two news articles from for BioShock Infinite. Two top devs have left the production of BioShock Infinite. So what are
Yeah,
your
art
thoughts?
director Nate Wells and director of product development Tim Gerritsen, who have been there for like, I don't know, sounds like over a decade or something.
Yeah.
Along with, there's several other people have left in the last 18 months or so. So it sounds like a lot of people are leaving the studio. I don't know if it's because they're done on the game or if the game is just crap, or what. Ken Levine
Sure,
has
it's
like downplayed them leaving, saying that when you have 200 people in a company, you're going to have turnover. But it sounds like a whole bunch of people are leaving at the same time. So, who knows?
Do you guys think that's because that's the reason why it's delayed?
Could be.
could be a reason.
I think it's a big reason why it's delayed. Probably
Yeah.
everybody leaving. It's like, okay, well, even if you're 200 people, if some of your more important people leave, you're gonna have to delay the game a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
I guess the director of production at Epic Games, Rod Ferguson, is now going to work at Irrational to finish.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that because he's joined them now. He's the executive vice president of development at Irrational
Mhm.
Games.
So
Sounds
yeah,
like they're in trouble.
a little bit of shake up there. So
Yeah, and they also cut 2 multiplayer modes that were
Yep.
going to be in the game. Which apparently one of them was like a tower defense thing or something.
hmm
So that's probably a
God.
good thing that they cut that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, yep, not bar, couldn't care less about it. I don't really particularly like tower defense games, so that's not a big loss in my opinion.
I agree.
And there's another one called Spec Ops. It's a 4-player co-op mode where you would go work your way through levels that were lifted from the single-player game. Sounds kind of like, isn't that what Rage did? There's a co-op mode in there. I never actually tried it, but
There's a co-op mode in there. Really?
yeah, and Rage, yeah.
I thought the only multiplayer show of Rage was the racing.
I think there is some sort of co-op in that, but I never tried it.
Could be, but I never finished that game. I don't know. I got bored of it after a while. So.
It looks great, but yeah, there isn't really much to the story. That's for sure.
hmm But yeah, BioShock Infinite getting to like staff cuts and gameplay cuts in the same week. So, well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna cry over the multiplayer cuts. If they can make the single player experience a whole lot better because of they're cutting out this, I'm all in.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
rather play a single player than multiplayer anyway. So.
Next week we're going to hear another delay. It's delayed till the end of 2013.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, I guess moving on to the next item of news, Steam adding non-gaming software. So you're going to be able to purchase non-gaming software on Steam now. What do you guys think about that?
I just find it weird though because like Steam's renowned for like all the gaming and DLC and that there. So what's the software going to be? Like application for like certain programs for your
I think
computer
so,
and
yeah.
things like that. I assume.
Well,
Yeah, if they have a
like, yeah.
if they have a summer sale on Photoshop for like 75% off, I might have to pick that up.
Yeah, that'll be great because some of those fucking programs, I swear they are really fucking expensive.
Office is like what, $250, $300? Something like that.
Yeah, like they're fucking like for like the professional edition, yeah, it's like 100 odd pound here or something for that. I was like, I'm not fucking paying that.
That's insane.
Like, why the hell is it so bloody expensive?
I've been using Office 2003 for what, a couple of years now. I'm not.
I just have Microsoft Word. That's what I just use for my stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's all I want. Just basic stuff, just basic document thing. I don't want fucking all this fucking bits and bobs, all it'll be fancy smancy features or
I
whatever
use
now.
Word, I use Excel, but I mean, I don't use PowerPoint or anything like that on my computer. I use it at work, of course, but not on my computer, my personal computer. So, I mean, paying $200 something to buy Office every year, fuck that, you know, unless they make a huge change. Screw that crap. But nonetheless, what?
I don't think it is every year,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
every
Yeah,
year. It's a yearly change.
Yeah. Screw that.
Well, what do
Indeed.
you think? What is that gonna do for Steam? Is it gonna like clutter up traffic? Do you guys think it's gonna be harder to take more time to download stuff if you want to download the game?
I'm sure they're going to separate into two different sort of kind of servers, or sections. Like if you just for like the games, like this game section here, and like this non-gaming stuff. If it's like Photoshop or like maybe video editing software or something like that. Now I'm sure they're going to have it in their own separate section, probably to split the audience now, because I'm sure there's people in the audience that are interested in both things, and it's like the audience is only interested in one or the other.
Of course, I mean, as Derek was saying, if they 80 summer sale on PC software, there's some PC software out there that's pretty expensive. Like also, I use a couple of things on my computer, like antiviruses, firewalls. I use the Glary Utilities, the free one. I use a couple of other things, and
but the antivirus stuff's not that expensive compared to like the stuff we were already talking about, though.
Yeah, but it's still yearly. I mean.
Yeah, after you renew, yeah, of course, though. But that's like you spend like that for like Xbox Live and things like that. Now it's not like very.
Well, you
very
can get
expensive
Xbox Live
now.
on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I pay, I think it's like £40 or something, or 35 I think it is, for the Norton internet subscription for the year, which I think's fine. But like if it's like if it's certain like if it's like £10 a month or something, it's like yep, nope, no way.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's a good thing if they start selling PC software there, because I think it's cool. It's good. I have nothing against that. You guys think the same thing, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I'm all for it though. Like I said, because it'd be nice to see some of the stuff that you can't afford regularly, and just like, yeah, oh cool, this is on sale. I want to try this out, and it's on sale. It's at a price I can afford without costing an arm and a leg to get.
Yep, absolutely agree. And another news article, another case of idiocy this week. Teen hospitalized after 4-day Call of Duty marathon. So the dude spent 4 days playing Call of Duty nonstop, and suffered dehydration, major case of dehydration, and had to be hospitalized.
I think he came out of the room or something. He collapsed or something shortly afterwards, wasn't it? So I kind of looked it up though, and yeah, again, it's kind of like that news story about the guy who died playing Diablo for 40 hours, like a month or so ago now. It's just like I just don't know how people can play that. Like there has to be a point where you like have to flip and admit, okay, I had enough. I have to put this down now. Where did fucking I'm going to get harmed by this or something. But yeah, just some people are just too much addicted to stuff more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, geez, like they're saying here, according to the boy's mother, the Columbus teen only emerged from his room to grab snacks and to take a short shower. The boy collapsed.
He must have stunk.
Yeah. The boy collapsed multiple times after playing Modern Warfare 3 for at least 4 days and was admitted to a nearby hospital where doctors placed an IV to replenish his lost fluids. He is expected to be just fine. But
I wonder what the doctor said. I wonder what the doctor's reaction when they came in. It's like, okay, what happened to this guy? Oh, he's collapsed. And why did he collapse? He's just basically playing a game for non-stop. I wonder what the doctor thought
and
of
his
that.
mother took
I'm sure
away.
the mom would love the hospital bill.
Yeah.
Or
His
love
mom
it.
took away the Xbox 360 actually. So no.
What was that?
His mom
Took it away.
Yeah, she took it away.
Yeah, I think that's probably the good thing.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
And the doctor.
Good parenting if that's the case, but then again.
The doctor said Gamers should exercise common sense. You reckon?
Bingo! Pretty much nail on the head
Or,
there.
you know,
Like,
I mean, I always drink when I
every
play. I don't, I don't go on binges when I won't drink and I won't do anything
Yeah,
for days.
it's pretty common sense.
Yeah, I eat something, drink, and go to the bathroom, sleep, and it's just common
yeah,
sense.
like I'm not that fucking weird now. Like usually, like I spend 5-10 hours sometimes. Like that's kind of like certain sessions I have sometimes. Not like all the time, but from time to time. But like I usually take like a break or so during
Yeah,
that. Like go and sometimes I have a drink with me, and sometimes I have a snack or two as well. But I'm not gonna be fucking sitting there on my ass for fucking hours and hours on end, days on end, fucking playing like the one bloody
it's
game.
just,
Especially fucking Call of Duty, like jeez.
yeah, some people are addicted to that. What are you going to do?
That's the same case with like World of Warcraft. There's like people fucking play that game non-stop, and like people get neglected, and there's like been stories about people like fucking like child. It was like there was a story you mentioned like a while as well, like a baby died or
Yeah,
something, like because they neglected because they were playing World of Warcraft. Like jeez, that's just sad. That's just shocking.
yeah.
But
Why do you have a kid if you want to play video games and not take care of it? Yeah. Well, we could go on
yeah.
and on about that stuff.
But there is people out there who are parents. I know that our parents are like they play video games, but the thing is they're more
Of course.
sensible. Like they have their time. They cater, like they have their time. Okay, I'm going to spend X number of time here with the family. I can, get maybe an hour or two of gaming a day, and but like usually like do work and pay the bills and things like that. Though they're not fucking
Yeah.
stupid now.
Get kids sleeping. We'll play a little bit of Xbox or something. But something we already touched upon. Job listing reveals Skype on Xbox. We talked a little bit about that.
That's pretty much the last fucking thing, because that's pretty much everything else now. There's like YouTube, fucking Twitter, Facebook, and all that there. Skype, I think, is just the last sort of big social thing that they
Yeah.
need.
Next step in the evolution, I guess. Rhode Island holding a 38 Studios fire sale. Derek, you want to talk a little bit about that one? I'm not sure.
Yeah, apparently the state of Rhode Island has somehow obtained the assets to 38 Studios, who developed Kingdoms of Amalur, and they're trying to like sell off the assets now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in the story here, it's by far the most valuable possession of 38 Studios was its intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering what they're going to be doing with these properties. If another studio is going to pick up the rights to them, or what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it could be a
Well,
good thing if somebody else picks up the rights, and then they could develop, the game that they were working on, or another Kingdoms of Amalur game, or who knows.
mhm. I think they were working on an MMO for Kingdoms of Amalur, actually.
Yeah, Project Copernicus
Yes.
was the big MMO.
Mm-hmm. So if they pick it up and somebody picks it up and they can continue another one, another Kingdoms of Amalur, or the MMO. Don't really care for the MMO, but another Kingdoms of Amalur could be pretty cool. Seeing another one of those.
Yeah, so who knows? This is just the latest story in the ongoing saga of the 38 Studios
Yeah.
collapse and Kurt Schilling and all that shit. So we'll see what happens next.
Exactly.
I hope they do. Just hopefully something. Hope there's just basically a light at the end of this,
Something
tunnel.
comes up.
Yeah.
Another item of news that's pretty important this week. Blizzard.
Yeah, another hack job.
Blizzard confirms Battle.net was not hacked. Did you check out the news story, Darren?
Yeah, I did check it though. It was pretty much it was mainly it was pretty much everywhere but China. Apparently got hacked though, and I think it's mainly North America kind of got the brunt of it though. Where pretty much people got access to like email addresses and certain passwords and things like that, and it wasn't that I don't think they got any like credit card information or things like that now, but basically, of course, like anytime something gets hacked, basically they go and state change your password.
Yep, which I did.
Which I did as well.
Yeah, it sounds like even
afterwards.
their authenticator service was compromised as
Yeah,
well. People got the phone numbers, the hackers.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. Well, I don't use the thing on my phone. I just use it on my iPad, so I'm alright
I
there.
don't use it at all, so
I don't either. I probably should.
I just used it because after the whole, Diablo thing, when I heard people were getting hacked for this, like, I don't want that happening to my character. Because, like, if that, no, seriously, if that happened to mine, I would have stopped playing that game. I would be like,
too,
nope.
of course. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if that happened to my character, it's like, yeah, I'm done with this game. If something like that can happen, screw
Yeah.
it.
Did you ever finish Diablo 3?
Yeah, I mentioned that in like a few
Yeah,
weeks
Oh,
ago.
okay. I couldn't remember.
It's like a month or so after it came out.
Mhm.
I played like a bit of it like afterwards, so like finished with Denis again when he was playing with his monk though, but I like haven't touched it Nightmare or whatsoever.
I'm halfway through Nightmare, but I haven't played since I've been back from vacation. So I've been in and out of the game, like to check out my auction house and stuff. But I haven't played the game at all. Of course, I went in to change my password, which everybody should do now if they're playing. Whether I guess if you're playing also StarCraft 2 or something like that, you should.
Did you?
Yeah,
You
speaking
probably
of
got an
that,
email, right?
I did get an email.
Yeah.
I
It
did
says
get one.
it says they're gonna make you change your password reminder thing, your like security question, but I don't even know how to do that. Like
I don't know.
you can't do it on the Battle.net website, so maybe they're gonna set up something, next week.
Probably.
why is I know my password anyway, and it's pretty much like I have the password on the authenticator thing, so that's pretty much what I have to do to log into Battle.net.
So what were you gonna say, Darren? You were gonna say something.
I just basically was talking with this with Dennis before the podcast, but speaking of Blizzard, I was actually going to download StarCraft 2 Starter Edition.
Okay.
But the fact is, Blizzard downloader sucks balls.
Yeah, it's not very good. Have to agree.
Yeah. Because, like, you know me, I have a very good internet connection now. I have, like, 70, like, the max I get is, like, 70 odd megabytes. That's my connection. And that's usually, like, it equates to about 6, 7, 8 megabytes a second download rate. So, pretty fucking fast. But that's basically nothing with fucking Blizzard now, because I can have the fastest internet connection in the world, but even if you have Blizzard, it's still fucking shit download speed I get with them. I get the fastest I get is pretty much my old highest fast internet speed I got before I got BT Infinity.
I think it's pretty much the same thing when you download from Microsoft. Microsoft's really slow also. Like if you download stuff from their site, it's slow as hell.
Right. But like Blizzard's, it's always been that way. Like before when I had like just the normal broadband, like the top speed I get for Blizzard was like 100 kilobits a second.
Jeez.
When I was downloading, like fucking patches for World of Warcraft and that. It's like 100, and like some of those like patches like a gig. So, fucking that'll take a long ass time. So it would. It's like just so fucking slow. It takes like a couple of hours. And the starter edition for StarCraft 2 is like 7 gigs, and it's going to take like 3 hours for it. Where if I was downloaded like on Steam, it'd probably take maybe about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour.
That's crazy. It is pretty slow, I have to agree. It's too bad though, but
So I actually want to try out StarCraft 2, but the thing is, I don't want to buy it now and having to play and realize I hate this game. I want to just like to try out the, Starter Edition, see if there's something about this game I actually can try out, but it's a real-time strategy game, so chances are I'll try it out and realize I suck. And don't it.
I bought
What's the
it.
starter edition?
It's like the trial kind of edition for StarCraft 2. You can download on their site.
So it's free?
Yeah, it's free. You download it, I think you play like the first 5 missions of the single player. I think you can play like a bit of multiplayer as well, and that's it. So you're getting a good, like, what you're getting there. You're getting good content for the trial, pretty much.
That's pretty good. Wish that was around when I downloaded StarCraft 2. I barely played that game. Didn't really enjoy it. So, I don't know.
Just give me your information and I'll download it.
Of course.
Then again, know that you have to download it for Blizzard as well. Download it and else they'll take a fucking dog's
Yeah,
age.
exactly. So I guess the next news article, July game sales lowest in years. So
Not surprising considering it was fuck all out.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the same thing for most July.
yeah, but now it's the lowest
Yeah.
in years, and I don't know if it's because there wasn't any big games coming out in July, but
Probably.
There was handheld stuff. That was pretty much all. Like there's Zeta Rhythm, there was Rhythm Thief that came out in the States, and Kingdom Hearts. Like some of them are pretty big in a way, but I'm sure they wouldn't have sold like Call of Duty numbers or anything like that now. But that's pretty much it. There wasn't really any big AAA games on the 360 or anything like that now, was there?
I don't think so.
No.
If I'm looking at the top 10, and some of them are like old games from last year or the year before.
Yeah. Yep.
Like NCAA Football 13 is the one that finished first. Lego Batman 2 second. The Amazing Spider-Man third. Just Dance 3 fourth. Batman Arkham City 5th. That's weird. Call of Duty Black Ops 6th. Assassin's Creed Revelations 7. NBA 2K12 8th. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 9th.
So Black Ops is higher than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, where it belongs, anyway, in my opinion.
I guess, yeah.
And 10 Dead Island. So
Wow. That's cool.
it's surprising.
Dead
The
Island.
Game of the Year edition came
Oh,
out,
yeah.
though. That's probably
Yeah.
the reason
Why was
why.
it? It's not really a game of the year type game though.
Yeah, it's like I think it was like two DLC and that was it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really don't know why they had to release that again. Like for that, there's like Game of the Year edition. It's like okay, there's like 2 DLC. That's
Yeah,
it.
and I guess the Steam sale could count for a couple of those titles, I guess. If you look at it that way. Batman and Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, because there was some of those games that were on the sale though,
Yeah.
but I don't know if the digital sales count. I don't think
No.
they do.
Well, that-
I'm not entirely sure now.
That's pretty weird. Like Black Ops came out in 2010, and that was number 6 on the top 10. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if it's an indication of sales dropping or what's going to happen in the future, but it's kind of weird. We'll have to see when all the big titles hit in September, October.
I would say there's not a whole lot at the end of this year that I'm looking forward to, though. I can say like there's a few like yeah, I'm looking forward to this, but I think that this later half of this year is pretty weak in my opinion. I think the first half was a lot
I
stronger.
think so, yeah.
The second half, and that's kind of rare.
It is rare, unless something's announced or something's,
Like,
know.
well, you've got like the big hitters, of course, though, but like the only ones I could say I'm probably really looking forward to are Borderlands 2, no doubt, looking forward to that game a lot. Assassin's Creed 3, looking forward to it a lot. That's it. Like Halo 4, yeah, looks cool and all, but I'm not like the biggest Halo fan, but there's not a whole lot I can say I'm really looking forward to. Like Darksiders 2 comes out shortly, and that's pretty much it. That's my most anticipated game for the rest of
Okay.
the year. So it
Mhm.
is, so.
Yeah, I think Borderlands is pretty much going to take the rest of the year. Maybe Assassin's Creed 3. But I think it's going to be pretty much neck and neck between those two.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like there's like Call of Duty, of course, coming out though, but like again, couldn't care less. Like I'll probably rent it to play a campaign and probably be fun though,
Mhm.
but like multiplayer,
Call of Duty, Halo, Need for Speed, all games that are coming out before the end of the year, which I'll definitely keep an eye on, especially Need for Speed. But, I guess those are still big hitters, but it's not like chock full of games. I think everything.
compared to previous years, no, it's pretty lackluster in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Like,
Because there wasn't a whole lot that came out of E3 though. It was like, oh, there's just new games coming out at the end of this year or something. It's like, it wasn't really. It was just like stuff you already knew.
yeah, pretty much. And everything's been pushed back to next year, so
Yeah, it's the first like the early half of next, like the early first few months of next year. I think is a lot stronger than the end of this
Mhm.
year.
Yeah, I think so too.
like Tomb Raider, fucking Dead Space 3, Crisis 3, Nino Kuni, Bioshock Infinite,
Aliens,
some big
Colonial
games there.
Marines.
Yeah, Aliens, Colonial
Yeah.
Marines, and games like that.
Yeah, there's a
Exactly.
lot of hard big hitters there, so who knows? And speaking of being pushed back, Last Guardian abandoned, maybe?
Yeah,
And one
the
race
trademark
it
like
does.
expired or was abandoned because they haven't done anything with it, and it's
Yeah.
been delayed and whatnot.
hmm
Yeah, so they let go of the trademark on August 6th.
hmm So
Um,
trademark's gone.
I mean, somebody said on Twitter, like somebody from Sony said the project is still in development and nothing new to report at this time. So I don't know if they're gonna.
Nothing new to report this, man. That's pretty much the fucking thing they've been saying for the last. Like, that game was revealed like 3 years
Yeah,
ago, wasn't it?
2009 E3.
Yeah. Nothing, hardly anything's been shown of that game since.
Yeah.
Nothing. I think there was like another trailer the following year, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't see a whole lot of a game. That pretty much tells. That's a good sign for it not getting released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they say here that even if the trademark's abandoned, doesn't mean the game is canceled. So it's a good indication, but
I'll be surprised if this game comes out. I think it looked cool though, like the trailer not there, but like I'm not like there's still people out there holding. They're like, oh, I can't wait for the Last Guardian. I don't know why. You fucking barely seen anything
we
of
know
it
we know
in
nothing.
3 years.
Like a little trailer here and there, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, we haven't even seen like proper gameplay of the game. And yet people are there's people, I know there's people out there who are going fucking gaga over this game. And I do not know why. Like if they're showing gameplay footage and look cool, it's like, okay, I understand why you're really looking forward to this game, but
Hmm.
it's just like, there's nothing.
Pretty dead quiet on that side.
Yeah.
So will it ever come out? Nobody knows. Trademark abandoned is not a good sign.
No, like I said, I'd be surprised if this game comes out. If there's anything, if we're still doing this in like a year from now and say like, yeah, let's see if anything's come out of this in a
Yeah,
year's
like,
time.
remember Last Guardian? No.
Yeah, Ram Last Guardian. Oh, that game's still coming
Remember
out.
Duke
It's
Nukem
gonna be the new
Forever?
fucking.
Yeah.
That is probably the only example where hardly anything I've shown in that game and actually did eventually come
Yeah.
out. But that game was fucking forever though, like 97.
Remember Half-Life 2
I think I
Episode 3?
started.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Still waiting on that one.
Oh yeah, that's another
Yeah.
one. But that wasn't really a vision. Well, did they actually did state that they were going to do episode
Mhm.
3?
I'm pretty sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Think so.
It's Half-Life 3 at this point. People, come
Yeah.
on, they're not going to fucking do an episode 5 years after the second
Yeah.
one.
And another little tidbit of news, which one of my favorite games of this generation, as I listed, and I think Derek also listed that it's one of his favorites. Fallout 3 getting a little makeover. Derek?
Yeah, it's just another mod news item. If there's a Kotaku news story and a user has taken these amazing photographs, of Fallout 3 using a bunch of different mods. And if you go through the story, you can find what the actual mod is. I think it's kind of hard to tell where exactly it talks about it, but
Mhm.
the game it looks amazing. Like if you look at the photographs, it's like
Yeah.
almost like realistic. Like some of the ones, it's so cool looking.
It looks fantastic. Makes me want
Yeah, I did see that story during the week. Looked pretty
it looks
good.
fantastic. Kind of
Because
makes me want to go back and play
oh
it.
yeah, there's one shot of a super mutant with some like really good lighting, and it looks almost realistic. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just makes me want to get a high-end gaming PC and get all these games and put all these mods on them and just drool over them all over again, starting from the beginning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's not the first game that's getting a mod like this. I think which one? GTA 3 we talked about last week is getting
Yep.
out.
Yeah,
KOTOR 2 got the mods. Of course,
Yeah.
Skyrim and Oblivion have tons of mods.
Yeah.
So
GTA 4 has that like graphical mod as well, like the Ice Hamster one, like makes the fucking game look absolutely amazing if you have a good PC to run it.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot
pretty,
of graphical mods out
yeah.
there.
And really makes me want to play this game again. Looking at the pictures here, god damn. Looks god damn.
But it's not like just the one mod. I think it's like a number of mods or something, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's got quite a few. I guess it's called the ENB series. I
Okay.
don't know what that is, but apparently that's what they're using to mod it, or the name of the mod. So if you go, we could probably post this, on like Facebook or something.
Yeah.
enbdev.com, and there's a forum there where it has all the different like settings that you want to have for this.
Yeah. It's a little bit of work, but if we can get Fallout 3 to look the way it looks on these pictures, god damn. Yeah.
Yeah, the lighting. I think the lighting is like the biggest part of it. Like it looks like the actual sun, like setting, and
Yeah.
reflecting off of objects and stuff. And it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking insane. Looks really good. But if they can continue doing stuff like that, it's pretty cool. Going back to games and modding them so they look phenomenal. I'm all for it. Phantasy Star Online 2 bans foreign, as in non-Japanese players, apparently.
That's sure going to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, apparently there was an update in Sega's terms of use, and it said connecting to the game server through the installed software is restricted to domestically located computer terminals. It's prohibited to directly connect to the server from outside Japan, as well as to route a connection from outside the country through domestic computer terminals. So they like don't want people to log in, but apparently there was an update, and it's still possible to log in even after this notice, but they don't want you to.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
You can do it, but they don't want you.
I think this is going to be at PAX, like the English version. That's what I heard.
Okay.
So they're definitely going to be bringing it over here.
I know a lot of people play that game, so I'm not.
It's coming out early 2013.
Okay. That's a MMO.
Yeah, it's free to play too, so you don't even have to buy anything.
Yeah.
I'm
watched
going
a quick look
for sure.
You never, I don't know you, Dennis, now, but do you ever play the first one there?
Yeah, on Dreamcast, I play a lot of it. Using dial-up connections, the 56K router. I'm like,
yeah.
Man.
I never played it online, no, unfortunately. I always played like the single player because, I wish I did though, but that time's passed. But hopefully this will make, I'm sure I'll probably try this game out. It's only coming on like PC at the moment. I think there's a Vita version, I believe, coming, but it's only PC at the moment, which a lot of people are not really happy with either. They want to come on consoles.
Well,
So
if the first one was on consoles, yeah.
Yeah, like the first came out, but the first one came out in loads. Like it came out in the Dreamcast, then it came on the GameCube, Xbox, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure should have this one on multiple platforms as well, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. For the people who love that game. And finally, our last piece of news for the week, XCOM Enemy Unknown multiplayer revealed. Derek, what's that all about?
There's a big news article on Game Informer's website. They're revealing that there's a multiplayer mode in XCOM Enemy Unknown. And this is not the first-person shooter one that was revealed a few years ago. This is the tactical RPG game.
It's Firaxis are doing it.
Right. Sounds like it's like competitive multiplayer mode, so it could be cool.
Mm-hmm. The game
I'm
looks.
looking at the story right now.
The game looks pretty awesome. The RPG one looks good. Not the RPG. I'm sorry. The tactical one looks pretty good.
Hey, we have to see some footage of this. There's just screenshots right now.
Yeah. So what'll happen or not? If they're talking about it, I'm pretty sure it will. But
Well, it's coming out in a few months' time, so it is.
Yeah, is it this year or next year?
It's October, I think it's coming out.
Okay. Yeah, the shooter's coming out next year, I think.
Yeah.
It sounds like you can even use the aliens in the multiplayer mode.
Well, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a screenshot here of an
Yeah,
alien,
that'd be
so
cool.
there is.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be a pretty, if it's a tactical multiplayer thing, that would be pretty awesome. I had the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks like I watched footage of it, and I think it was during E3 and out there, and like it's like a kind of a tactical like strategy slash maybe in a way RPG, and like I'm not really fond of them, but this actually does look pretty cool. I might if there's some sort of demo or something, I'll doubt it though. I might check it out.
Like the first
See, it's
XCOM was hard as fuck. That game was tough.
Yeah, I heard it's really tough. It's like one of those very steep learning curves.
Yeah, I actually bought it for like $3. It was on an Amazon sale. We actually get every single XCOM game.
Mhm.
So I loaded it up on Steam, and it uses, like DOSBox to get it to go.
Yeah.
And I was playing it. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing or where I'm supposed to go or how to even play
Yeah,
the
it's like
game.
yeah, I don't think it doesn't give you any tutorial or
Yeah.
something. You pretty much I have to look it up and fucking figure out what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do.
I couldn't even get into like a battle with aliens. Like it's like you're constantly on patrol in the entire world trying to stop the aliens. But I couldn't even like I ran into some UFOs. I was chasing them down with my like ships, but I never got to encounter any. They kept on running away. So
Yeah. So another game that we're looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to. Derek is also, and Darren.
Well, yeah, I can say I'm looking forward to it though, but it's not one of those ones I'll buy. I just rather try the demo first and see if it'll be something I'd enjoy.
yeah,
I'm interested, but I'm not like bad. It's not like a
Must buy.
day one purchase now.
Must buy.
Yeah, no, it's not a must buy now. No, it's not like Darksiders 2 or anything along those
Mhm.
levels.
Yeah. Well, it's not a must buy for me either, but I'll keep a close eye on it. It looks pretty interesting, pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. And I guess that wraps up the news section of the podcast. A lot of news this week, so.
Yeah, unless there's anything that came out there recently while we were doing this, I doubt
No,
it though, was there?
I don't know.
checked online. There's nothing. There's
No,
nothing
okay.
that came out. So I guess that wraps it up for this week. Unless you guys have something else to add, something else to say.
Yes, I want to talk for an hour, half an hour. Who are we joking? It's like nearly half 8 here, and I have to go to work in like 45 minutes.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, we already went for quite a while again this week.
Yeah, nearly 3 hours
Nearly
again. Not 3 hours exactly, but nearly 3
Yeah.
hours.
So, well, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I hope you enjoyed my hosting abilities, taking over this week for Darren, even if he's
Darren can do it next week if he's up for it.
If Derek wants to host next week, we can make him host. Well, make him host. Ask him to host. Next week, we're not going to make him, but if he wants to.
Yeah, let's drop him in the try. You're gonna fucking host, and we're gonna tell you what to do.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind.
All right, so Derek will host next week, so that'll be cool.
We should just try to do that from now on. Actually, just alternate rather than me fucking pretty much dominating it like I pretty much did again this week in a way.
Well, it doesn't matter, I mean, if everybody gets a turn, that's pretty cool. That's how it's supposed to be in podcast, I guess. There's no host or anything, so major host, I guess, principal host or something like that. So yes, I guess we should end by saying you can leave us reviews on iTunes. I don't think we've had any reviews on iTunes so far.
I marked this off with 5 stars, but I don't think anyone else has done it.
So yeah, review us on iTunes if you grab it there. You can follow us on Twitter as usual. I am dboyden on Twitter.
I'm DowM85.
And I am Gigastorm Z.
And Darren, you have other stuff people can follow you on?
Yes, you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook as well. Dow85 on YouTube, and just look for me on Facebook
Yeah, I'm on.
if you'd wish. But no, concur. Like I said, I don't really use Facebook. I just post stuff on United Gamedom, and that's pretty much it.
You can follow, I guess, me and Derek also on Facebook. We're both there. I don't think Derek uses it as much as I do. I'm always posting stuff on there, but I think Derek doesn't really.
I just play
Derek
Marvel
posts
Ultimate Alliance
stories on.
or Marvel Avengers Alliance. That's it.
Yeah, he just does that and just posts stuff on the group.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to, you can follow us on there. There's also, we forgot to mention the Twitter account.
At United
Yep,
Gamedom.
United Gamedom on Twitter. And you can email us, which is pretty much a barren wasteland so far of emails. unitedgamedom@gmail.com as usual. And I guess that's pretty much it. And you can follow I Like Laws Daily on Twitter. Very funny pictures as usual. And
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy listening. I enjoy following up there.
check him out. I actually started following Kevin Nash when he had his little. He and Chris Jericho were actually feuding on Twitter. But as I started following Kevin Nash, that stopped completely. I don't know why, but
What was the whole deal? Like, what was the feud about? What started it now? Like, 'cause I seen like Twitter. I know Jericho said something now, but I don't know what it was all about. Was Kevin
yeah,
Nash?
I think Kevin Nash said that Chris Benoit, the era of where Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero were champions is the worst era in.
Oh yeah, it was Lois there, and then fucking Jericho basically replied about yeah, when he was champion at 95, that was when it was low
Yeah.
or something.
That was the lowest
Yep.
viewing WWE ever had, and I think that's actually accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good job there, Jericho. Basically put him in his place, because Jericho is a million times better than Kevin Nash ever
Yeah.
was.
And I think Jericho actually tweeted back, or one of the tweets that he tweeted back, he said, don't injure your collarbone, I think, while tweeting or something like that.
Yeah, that's yep. Spot on there with Jericho as
Yeah,
well.
because Kevin Nash used to get, at the very end of his career, he used to get injured almost all the time.
Yeah, like he came back, and then I think it was he was injured. He came back and when an NWO and WWE, then he got injured. He came back. He was away for like a month or two. Came back, and the first match he came back, he got injured
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's a video on YouTube I watch from time to time. It's fucking funny, because he was gonna run over and hit someone on like the other side's team, on the other team, and he like kind of like sort of trips over in a way, and fucking like he just fucking falls down in a silly way and kind of tears his like leg or something
Yeah.
again. It's like pretty funny.
Yeah, anyway, that's kind of, that's pretty much done. Probably WWE interfered in that and said, okay, that's enough, guys. You know, enough Twitter fighting for now. So haven't.
Yeah, is he still employed by
I think he
WWE,
is. I think
Nash?
he is. Or he just did spat last year with Triple H or something. But I'm not certain 100%, but I think he still is. I think he still is.
Well, if WWE came into the fact and said try to stop it, then I assume he is.
Well, Jericho is for sure. So probably they told Jericho, hey, stop, stop
Yeah.
fucking around, and so.
His album's out on Tuesday as well. Fozzie's new album. He keeps plugging that, so he
Okay.
does over the last
Yeah.
couple of days.
He keeps unplugging, so we'll see. I can't wait for his match at SummerSlam, by the way, against Dolph Ziggler. That should be a pretty good match. So can't wait to see that. Anywho, that's pretty much it for the United Gamedom podcast. We wish you all a very safe and sound week, and hope to see you again soon. And that's it for now. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.